And hello, and welcome to our episode of Are the Roll. Cue the cheers. Today, we're not really having a normal episode. We're having a couple of eggheads on, I guess, but that's fine. Um,
Whoa!
yeah,
We are egg salad.
So like
awkward.
salad.
But
Yeah.
yes, not a normal episode. Today, I am Greg, the Corona DM. That's my new MO, is just to be sick for weeks on end. So that's fun for me. But
That's really sad. Yeah.
but yeah, we're going to. The plan is basically to start from the beginning today and recap pretty much where we are. We're not going to go over every little detail. Obviously, that would be way too much. Um, by the way, AKA the other guy, thank you for subscribing again for 4 months now with his Prime account.
Yeah,
Oh,
Super
you.
appreciate that, Francis. Yeah, we
And
still need
check
to
out
have him on.
Francis's show as well.
Yes. I'm he always has one going. Um I'm trying to remember which one it is now. He finished up the What is Love podcast that he did for a while. But he has a new one now. But oh yeah, check him out on Super Geeked Up. Check it out on Google on YouTube.
Super
Just
Geeked
Super
Up.
Geeked Up with Jeff as well. Still plan to have them come on to our stream at some point. But yes,
Please place
yes.
some comments.
Look at all that Are the Roll moderator chat. Yeah, Greg is still COVIDy.
Camping. Greyhide is finding himself in the forest like a true paladin? Do paladins do that? I don't know.
Apparently, they do now. It's
I
canon.
get yeah.
He's creating
well-rounded
strides.
paladin. Yeah.
Are you calling him fat?
Wow.
You're
And
well
then
rounded
he's
right now.
I am. This is the best rounded I've ever been. Wow. What are you saying?
Hey. None of that egg salad stuff.
no salad tossing.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Oh my.
Welcome to Art of the Roll.
Yeah. Welcome to Art of the Roll. We toss a lot of salads.
Do we?
here.
Whoa.
I mean, Fitz has been known
Yeah, it's been
to
2
toss
weeks.
salads. Just saying.
But no penetration. But yeah, it's he's prepping his alt character, a druid apparently. That's right, because he knows he's gonna die next episode.
Ouch.
I also want to make a special shout out to Ted Danson, friend of mine who followed and subscribed us while we were offline. But yeah,
Oh, nice,
thanks
Nice.
for joining.
Thank you, Tad.
nice, Ted.
Yay.
Well done, Ted. Well done.
Well done, Ted. Well
Not
done.
everybody can do it like Ted can.
It's true.
Is that from something?
I mean, it is now.
Why
Okay,
not?
Good. Yeah. Well, no one can do it like Ted.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's
So
like a song.
Yes.
We're not gonna sing it though,
No?
because it's not Ted's birthday.
Right. Nobody can do it like Ted.
You still have that weird egg mustache, by the way. It's just
know.
so weird.
An
the
egg
only
mustache. Speaking of mustache, next week also there might be a new channel point where someone with enough channel points can describe how this face will be sculpted for the next following couple of weeks. It'll be a one-time channel point.
Right. Ever since that one time where you shaved your mustache live on stream to
That's
popular
right.
acclaim.
It'll be a
Just
second one.
the only requirement is it can't be a mustache like that bad guy from World War II, which YouTube doesn't like you saying. So
Right.
none of that. But anything else? But yeah, we should go ahead and get started. So we started off a long time ago, and we have a bunch of clips we're actually going to pull up here to kind of show pieces of it here and there. In fact, I should bring up that document right now while I'm doing this.
Guys, get ready for the ride of nostalgia.
It all did
Time.
start in the yawning portal when all of you met together, happenstance at the same table. And from that moment, a few things happening in the bar. That's actually where we all got introduced to the two rival gangs, right? That are kind of the underbelly of the city, the
Right.
Zentarum and Xanathar.
They
Which,
were brawling.
yeah, it's very strange. They're spelled very differently, but for some reason they always sound the same. So I remember there was a lot of confusion on which one is which, and people kept saying the other when they meant one. Um, oh, did I
Yeah.
miss something? I did miss something. Oh, I don't have my alert set up. I should have done that. Uh, I'm sick, COVID.
Doffs
So
and
we have
Uncle Doug.
a mini
What's up, Uncle
HGG.
Doug?
Uncle
Yeah.
Doug.
And then dubstepping. Yes. Love you guys. Love you too.
And Mini Egg. Yeah.
I hope you got the clip we did of rat hide being flung onto a bridge.
Right, yeah, because you did that, dubstep, and
That
you
was-
did.
That was all dubstepping.
Good. I'm glad.
Let's see.
Be right back. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
But
But yeah, I remember that. There was a brawl of Xanathar and Zentorum, and we just got right involved and tried to save people and ended up, I think, killing them. If memory serves.
Well, the first brawl was between Yagra, who's with the Zentarum, and those thug-like people with the tattoos, which are the
That's
Xanathar.
right.
And you all broke that up pretty well, actually.
And Yagra is still a friend of ours to this day. That was the first time Fitz ever rolled to seduce Yagra.
That was the first seduction.
And failed, but the first of many rejections from Yagra.
Yeah. Yeah, let me see if I have something from that, because we had... yeah, and right after that's when the troll showed up. A troll climbed up from the Undermountain into the Yawning Portal and decided to start attacking the tavern. We have a clip of that. We have the moment that we defeated the troll here. Let me just bring this up. Let me make sure this isn't... Amalia really helped me put these together. So, yay for Amalia.
Yeah, Amalia
nice cone head.
Cyber Symbiosis, what's up? Thanks for all your help lately.
Cyber yes.
Helps definitely, yeah. I don't think it was you, but...
Who? Oh.
Dubstepin is taking credit for Jessica temporarily
making all the women leave.
and Amalia, yeah, I guess that's maybe more accurate than I realized.
Let's see here. Can we see this?
Yeah. I see it.
Let's just listen to this a bit. This is after that troll climbed up from the other mountain and we just killed it. It was like the first major battle that we had as a group, pretty much. Let's see.
I find my sword. Excuse me, anyone? There's a pointy piece of metal that...
If you remember, you tried attacking the troll and you crit failed and your rapier head went flying.
Yeah. No, I remember that. That was useless.
What is wrong with you people?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop stealing my thing.
Wow. Ha! It's my... Damn it.
It's beautiful, man. Man, I feel left out. I need to put on a filter.
I mean, you probably should. They're pretty fucking fun.
Right?
Yeah. The first one that I rolled as part of the team, I stabbed a troll and missed and flung my sword across the tavern.
Yep. Uh-oh. Did you go off freeze? But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play it. This is you looking for your sword.
Flung this way.
I would check the wall.
The troll seems to be shaking his head and coming to.
Oh
shit. As you see, its wounds continue to close. Alpha.
Healing thing, doesn't it?
I still have my torch.
Yep.
Yeah. Fire.
Can I hit him in the wounds with my torch before it heals?
Oof.
Yeah, he's incapacitated, so you just kind of put the torch up to him and watch, and you see the troll actually seems particularly vulnerable to it, and just starts becoming ablaze, and And while it's on fire, Durnan comes up and gives it a nice front snap kick, and it just falls.
Oh.
That was actually my my miniature for Bulgara, but I still don't have a troll miniature even today. You know, that's
Fair.
something I should really print. Printed everything else, including the sword.
I mean, you need trolls pretty frequently, right? So
Yeah.
somebody else is. I know it's true. It is funny hearing ourselves talk about our characters and like not sound like our characters. Yeah, Amalia, you were really smart that time. You like knew that the troll was like allergic to fire, so Alpha like put a flaming torch into its
What do you mean
wound.
that time?
Wow. Okay. Maybe in general. Maybe in general.
I forget. There's something like Durnan did. I think he was like battling the troll and he was like fire, like I don't know. And so I was like, oh, he hates fire, and so she,
Yeah, Durnan said
torch
yelled to get the lantern or something like that. I forget.
yeah. So I took a torch out of my backpack
Yeah.
and then tried to attack, which was like kind of useless until there was like a big gaping wound. And then
Yeah.
Brochet.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
Troll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dubstep says fireball is the answer to everything, and Spirian says and a boat. Okay.
Fireball and a boat.
In a boat.
I mean, I don't know if you want to have both those together, but
I mean,
Especially not with our crew.
no. I did once almost throw a fireball on a boat when we met Jarlaxle for the second time.
oh, that's right.
way later.
You did.
Yeah.
threaten it.
Oh, we made a boat. We made a boat?
Yeah.
Wait, we made a boat?
Experience says we made a boat.
What?
Greg, did you make a boat?
What?
Aaron, you want to jump in for the recap? We made a boat?
We made a boat. I make boats all the time. I don't know what the big deal is. I like a boat.
He was talking about when I was 3D printing stuff. Yeah, of course. I printed a boat.
Oh.
Like a paper boat to make paper boats?
Like I 3D
That's
printed a
what
boat.
Oh,
I think I
damn,
showed this to
that's-
you guys before, right? The
Ooh.
That's really impressive.
yeah, and painted.
That's really nice.
Someone like the
Paint that?
moderator says the paint job was terrible, so you can always depend on the moderator giving her honest opinion.
True.
I mean, I think it looks good.
Our moderator also doesn't like our thumbnails on YouTube. We also have a YouTube channel that you can follow.
Yeah.
Voice echoed in the darkness.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good too.
I mean, it's a great place to catch up on episodes.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen the migration I've gone through? I mean, my whole face and hair and everything, it kept changing.
Right
You
into
know-
the
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, gosh.
What a man.
I mean, look at that guy. He's so clean shaven. He has so much
I think
hope for life.
moderator also forced you to change that haircut, if I remember.
Mhm.
I mean, look at
And
him. You just
now-
see him, you're like, this guy has big expectations. This guy knows he's about to get a 1 million subscriber channel.
He
Just
has
look at him.
big hopes.
I feel so bad.
Come here.
What happened to him?
No.
Life happened. That's what happened.
Baby DM.
Yeah.
Life and drugs.
Life and
Yeah.
drugs.
He
Yeah,
needs a haircut bad. My baby DM. Yeah.
it's the drugs.
You
Yeah.
got the haircut.
You don't hear.
What's that?
You did get. We watched you go through several iterations of haircuts
Yeah.
through
it's
the
true.
process of. Yeah.
So did
It's kinda cool.
Greyhide, as we find out. But yeah, this is the first 3D thing we put together too. That's fun.
You don't hear anything
Let's go to
as
real
as it
country.
falls down.
It's like
Wow,
a bottomless
looks
pit.
There was actually some. Yeah, a lot of people probably don't remember that battle. In fact, the moderator may have sent me a private message saying I don't remember any of that.
Nice.
But
I remember that. It
yeah,
was our first battle together.
yeah,
I remember your spear, kind of like your first move. You were like being all fancy with your rapier, because at the time you had like a rapier,
I did, yeah.
and it like got stuck in the wall
Yeah.
and like bounced.
No, it
and-
got stuck in the troll's skin and then bounced out of the troll's skin, flew across the tavern, and then got
Yeah.
stuck in.
right, because you're like real rapier, and it's like
Yes.
troll.
You're like, I'm usually better than this.
It was. Oh, that's
First impressions are everything.
ouch. That's also when I was posing as a normal human mercenary.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we should have
Right?
taken a clip of that. You're going around and saying, "Do you know what the? Or have you seen me before? Does anyone recognize me?"
Oh, I look familiar.
Yeah.
Do you recognize me?
You recognize me? Well, are you who? I don't. Who are you?
Right, because I had borrowed a ring of disguise from the corpse that I had killed.
We'll get there. Right?
Right, I shouldn't say this yet.
Yeah.
Okay. No?
Yeah. Everybody has like a story we could probably recap.
This is true.
But
Yeah.
the first story was definitely this. Let's see. Do we have any other videos from the tavern age, the age of taverns? We have the one of Volo giving us the first mission.
Yes.
Oh.
I did clip that one because it was our first.
The
That was our first.
First time I destroyed my voice.
Oh.
You can heal him too.
And I'm just
that-
going to
is that what
go
you said?
collect my various weapons from different parts of the room. You know.
All right.
That was because you just lost all of them. I think you like threw a dagger too and missed.
Yeah, also threw a dagger and missed. That was not my battle.
Yeah, you find your right behind the bar. It fell down, clacked around back there.
Hmm. Generally,
Let's see.
I would, see if I could hunker down and steal some of Durnan's cash from the bar, but I'm actually not going to right now.
You actually plan to be a bit of a scoundrel rogue, I think.
I know, yeah.
And I think Greyhide beat you to it, the paladin.
Yeah, I was really expecting Greyhide and Fitz to have the reverse dynamic, where
Yeah.
like the paladin would be like, "Stop being a roguey warlock," but ultimately
Ooh,
that was
got cut out for a second. But yeah.
anyway, complete reversal of what I thought it would be.
So you
Yeah.
got too busy seducing.
Well, yeah, but also
Full-time job.
fair.
There's a lot of people come into your peripheral. Every time you think you're going to do something scoundrelly, instead you're like.
If I had unlimited time, I'd create a clip of just you saying, "I seduce X," and just be it like a whole clip of you just saying all the times you've said, "I seduce da da da."
That would be a
Great.
lot of clips. Yeah,
It would be a lot of.
Hour and a half of
just seductions. Oh, and all the
Seduce the chair.
rejections.
the rejection.
The chair. Yeah, I think I'm at like 3 inanimate objects. The chair, the banister on the Red Wizard's bridge. I think there was something else.
Why
Yeah.
did
But
you-
yeah,
Why? How did that? Why did you seduce?
the chair,
Yeah.
because the chat told me
Yeah.
to, and there were no keys around, just a really beautiful hardwood chair.
Did it get a splinter? Did you fail?
Did I rolled for performance with the chair, and I rolled high enough to not get a splinter.
Nice.
Roll for splinter.
Not high enough to satisfy the chair, but high enough to satisfy myself and not get a splinter.
Oh.
Let me see if
I
I,
mean,
can find.
So, the channel points are, the secret gods of this game. They're the secret gods rolling our dice.
Let me see if I can
Also-
find where Volo comes up.
Yeah,
My costumes.
it's like we did make costumes.
It's like we made these.
I'm just gonna finish up that story anyway.
Hmm.
So Fitz was walking around asking people if he looked familiar because he was wearing. It's really hard to talk when you are stealing the face,
I was just trying to give you the costume. There.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Because Fitz was wearing a magic ring that belonged to someone that had murdered his caravan, so he was trying to find the murderers by wearing essentially the face of his killer and trying to see if anyone found him familiar, because then he'd be like, "Oh, really? Where have you seen me before?" to try to find.
You can, of
The
course,
killer.
make any request you want.
And we use channel points.
There is a channel
to-
point system if you want to enforce it. Otherwise, we can just be like, don't feel like it.
Yeah, you can get us to do specific things per character with channel points.
But some of them, like if you ask Greyhide to put on a play, he'll do it without even needing a channel point.
Oh,
If you
man.
look at the bottom, I'll just like at the bottom of your chat, you have like a little dice, and it's kind of like ranking up at the bottom left of the chat. And so the more you watch, the more you get channel points. And when you click on that dice, it gives you options for things you can make us do. And if you spend points to make us do those things, we have to do them. If you don't spend the points, you can make the request and we can choose to do it or not.
Your requests will all be family friendly. I mean, that's better than most requests that come in.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Ted. That's very,
Wait,
very
Aw.
kind.
I'm supposed to have a COVID accent?
Who?
How can you
Sorry,
have
I had a
COVID?
request to put on an accent of COVID.
Is
So,
COVID an... I think that just means you cough.
COVID accent is very specific. It has to sound like Fauci. That's the arbiter of all COVID.
That makes sense. Fauci being the COVID accent.
Excuse me, Senator, but you frankly don't know what you're talking about. That's what he said.
Isn't that just choking?
Intense. I mean,
I'll have to say though, like Ted's like, my requests will be family friendly until he spends a bit of time in this chat, and
yeah,
we'll be like, welcome to the dark side.
yeah. Ted, I want to believe you, but like,
Yeah.
it's only a matter of time before this chat will.
Influence
Yeah.
you otherwise.
Allow me to impart you my COVID knowledge.
That was good. That was a great COVID accent, actually.
Yeah, that wasn't on purpose. But yeah, if we want to go ahead and give well, before we get to the fits, when we actually get to fits, let's say it from the beginning as far as it's been revealed so far, because there's a lot that's been revealed, backing up even a bit before that, I think. So
That's fair.
yeah. So yeah, the whole first quest here, if you guys remember, was Volo coming in and asking to look for his friend Floon, the bar hopping
Yes.
party
Yeah.
hound, because he went
He is
missing.
the party hound.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was really the first quest, the first thing that you all did that was heading towards the overall arching story that this started 38 episodes ago. So
Oh,
yeah, so you all went searching for him, and you eventually came to a warehouse where we ran into the stairs saga.
the stairs. Oh,
Oh no.
the
We actually had
stairs.
that. This was
Have it?
oh yeah.
Of course
Oh
we
wait,
do.
but I'm not sharing, am I? Oh yeah, I am. I just not saying
Fitz
it.
was the only one who.
But roll a
Oops.
sleight of
Yeah. This is actually Fitz going
Hand.
up the stairs.
Sleight of hand.
This is how well you can kind of move around on the stairs without causing issues, because the
Okay.
stairs look like they're not long lived.
19.
But you have no problem. You start stepping on one, and you hear like, and then you're like, oh nope, and you skip that one. You go up the next one. You're able to kind of make your way up those stairs without breaking or causing issues.
And that, by the way, was the only success you had on the stairs. It gets
Yep.
worse from here on. Which sounds
Oh,
like something,
yeah.
but this. Well, first, actually, before we go on, just so everybody knows, this is actually the origin story of this thing. Right? So everybody knows that that's actually that little outro I made a long time ago is actually what this was about.
It's based on this.
And
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
because we had a few other episodes where we had to encounter other stairs.
While he's doing all this.
I'm gonna
Yeah. And then this is Greyhide trying to go up the stairs.
make my way up to join Fitz
Yes, I am
because he
right
found
behind
Clan.
Okay. You're the first one to do it. Roll a sleight of hand. Greyhide needs to roll a sleight of hand to try to go up the stairs without completely destroying them.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's gonna be-
darn.
Ooh, okay.
Critical fail.
Oh no. Oh no.
Your leg, you're going up, and your leg just like completely goes through a board.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Red
that was definitely.
That was prophetic, saying that was our MO. I tell you what. You know, Amalia was like, art of the roll, folks. That's art of the roll. It's like, yeah, you have no idea. How did you know that?
I don't know. Should have that sense, I guess.
Your psychic powers, like, oh, this is a thing
Waking
for
up.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a weird looking face.
Artful, and then you try to compensate by putting another leg over to another board, which also breaks, and you just get a nice whack right between the legs with the board in the middle, which luckily does give and also breaks through, and you fall straight through the stairs.
Oh.
And there's 3 boards missing from that part of the stairs, and there's just
Yeah, but that was the first one, and then
Ouch.
Zinakobi tried and I think broke the railing, which I don't think I got here, and then finally the last one was.
Wait, why do I have to smash him in? Why don't we just come in the way
Alpha's
he came in?
yes, you can walk up around this way if you want, down over to where he came up on the stairs, but it's you have to go up those rickety stairs. But if you're dexterous, you probably won't have any issue with it.
Just be careful. We've lost 3 stairs and a railing at this point.
I am pretty dexterous, so I will.
You're pretty.
I'm pretty dexterous.
Pretty dexterous. I think I got this, guys. Look at us.
I know. We all know where this is going, guys.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at this intense look from Greyhide. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, that's a great freeze frame.
That's like before he got Tanuki. That's what, like, that's like
Yeah.
pre-Tanuki.
Before
It's true.
Tanuki softened his life.
Aw.
But no, but that was like kind of what, like Tanuki looked like. Fast forward like 15 episodes later when he's like at the top of that bookcase.
Oh
True,
yeah.
Intense stare.
The creepy.
Yeah.
I don't
All right,
know.
here we go.
'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah.
Then as you go up the stairs, roll sleight of hand.
Oof. Sorry.
Jesus.
You get to the gap where Greyhide fell through, and you decided to jump to the next available step, and you go right through the stair. And Greyhide, you now have a alpha next to you that came
So,
through.
is the stairs the final boss of this adventure?
Yes,
It's kicking
you
our
did the
ass.
stairs.
I think we should friggin' take off and just run away. Go back and say,
idea.
look,
You
I
guys
think we
take
should
off.
fight the stairs.
no, no,
So much dexterity.
I mean,
we can't.
I
It's
will
too
say,
powerful.
That's pretty good. And that's where it
Those-
came from. The final boss, the stairs.
Final boss.
Uh,
Yeah, we've defeated some things in our time, but never that one staircase. That one staircase is too much.
Yeah,
Yes.
Crits told me about
Yes.
the bridges. Like, it can never go across a bridge without destroying it.
I remember Critical Role had a thing with doors
I
Yeah.
think every
in the early campaign. So it
every
just-
group has one thing that
it just makes no sense. But
It wasn't
like,
even early campaign. It was like straight up like later in the campaign too. It was ridiculous because they always had to use like a high level spell to get past the door because they just couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
Imagine using a spell slot to get past the door.
I mean, I only have 3, so
I
like, I'm
know.
probably not going to.
And you're like, well, I'm in. And it's like the big bad, but you have no more spells because
Right.
you need them to get.
Like, all of my spell slots to get into the building.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel
I
like the
also
warlock
love-
class is like the ultimate don't worry about long term thinking because you get your spells back on a short rest, and every time a warlock goes in the battle, they're just immediately like blow their load completely.
Yeah, that's
then-
fair. Yeah,
Rest it right after.
we're very in the moment, you know.
Yeah.
Boom, there's my spells. Okay, guys, I'm done.
I know.
Yeah,
But it looked cool, right, guys?
it was good though. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we just do Eldritch Blast over and over again after that, and that's all we got.
But yeah, that's when you also first you went into that warehouse looking for Floon, and all you found was a Rainier, who they apparently Floon was captured by the Xanathar, thinking that Floon was in fact Rainier, because Rainier is the son of
Right.
Neverember, who Lord Neverember is the one who embezzled all the gold. Where this whole thing starts around. We have a berry.
And then there was a hilarious moment where Alpha and Zenokobi we all found Rainier, and they started talking to Rainier, and they were like, "Oh, that's a good idea that you were hiding." And Rainier was like, "Well, yes, I was very scared." And then they were like, "You coward!" and just tore him up. It was just.
That wasn't me.
I mean,
That was
okay.
Jacoby.
That was
Yeah.
Zenokobi, but you
Let
started
me see if I
laughing.
can find it.
Very fun.
Because that was actually the same episode here.
Yeah, it
No,
was
I
like,
don't see it.
Fukami, what's
yeah.
up? Just going through everything we've ever done.
But you also, during that, was first time meeting Tricky Bastard.
Oh, Tricky bastard. That
Wow.
we had such a relationship with that guy.
Did
We
you have to
didn't.
sound like an anime girl there for a second?
I know. It's a little hard.
Tricky. Oh, Tricky. Is that what
Yeah.
anime girls sound like? I don't know.
Close enough.
Yeah, Tricky
Yeah,
bastard. The creature that we spared and then tried to use to get him to bring us to Floon, which it was kind of effective.
Oh look, a Fitz
Wow.
O-face.
We didn't.
But
we
the-
just.
Yeah, I think I have him here. This was Tricky Bastard's first.
That wasn't even the plan. You guys just wanted to take him along as a pet.
Basically,
That's
Cute.
what you. No, he wasn't.
He was cute. He
Like
was
this
like a
evil
crow.
bird working
Evil.
for the Xanathar.
he wasn't evil. Listen to him here,
You're able to pull out a feather easily, and he takes a point of damage.
Take that.
pulling out his
chicken.
feathers.
When you ask who asked about Floon, it was you. He says back to you, "Tell us what Floon is," and it's your exact voice.
Oh my god, did you see that?
He's like a mockingbird. He's parroting you like some sort of parrot.
I didn't know I had such a nice voice.
This
Some
is
sort of parrot. It says that. Some sort of parrot.
So are there 2 people we need to be worried about now?
Floon and
He's some sort of party parrot. I don't know.
Oh,
You hear,
Try.
you hear, tie up the pretty. Or sorry, he opens his beak again, and you hear, tie up the pretty boy in the back room.
back room.
does he mean me?
No, he's repeating what the criminals were saying. He's repeating like he's a parrot, so he's repeating what they were saying.
Oh my
That means he's in the back room.
That's
Where's
actually
the
so-
back room? Oh, I see it now.
It's probably in the back.
What you guys have seen so far?
Yeah, that was his introduction, and then
Oh man.
there was a second time when you guys decide to pull out his feather again. You guys are cruel.
I mean,
He says
that's
he immediately looks at Greyjoy and says, "We should let the bird go."
Oh, I
Where's
think
the
he's really,
Xanathar?
it's got a bit of an agenda. Well, let's take him with us to the back room anyway, and then we'll make decisions later, you know?
Then we can rotisserie him if they have a rotisserie or an oven. Yeah.
We do not have to kill him. We just need him.
I mean, if you're hungry, Greyhide, we
He looks
just
at you.
rotisserie 2 of
We
them.
do not need to kill him.
Don't worry. Wait. I look at him, and I want to make him feel at ease. So I try to charm him, and I say, "What's your name, little bird creature?"
Oh no.
I'm not trying to seduce him this time, just charm him.
Make a charisma check.
Yeah, make a persuasion.
Oh my god.
What's the difference?
1 second. Little birdie, it's all right.
But he'll answer you anyways, and he'll say,
Let's go
"Get out of my
roll
way,
them.
tricky. Get out of my way, tricky bastard."
Okay, well, so first of all, I rolled an 11, and second of all, clearly at some point there was a tricky bastard between the bird person and the thugs.
You are the tricky bastard.
He shakes his head no, and then points at himself and says, "Get out of the way, tricky bastard."
Oh,
Oh, they were just here. Oh, these poor bird people, they were invaded by the Xenocobi. I feel so bad for killing them.
You mean the Zentarum?
what
Is that a
bring you
Kobe?
to this world? Because I am my elf does not mean that I prey upon animals or beast-like creatures.
Do you eat meat?
Only the
Okay,
delicious.
I ask. Can I
I mean, so do I, you know.
I don't know, would it be like persuasion? Can I ask him like where Xanathar is?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that goes on for a while, but you all.
Oh, man.
I do have
Those-
one more about Tricky Bastard, but it's very sad. I don't know why you guys hated Tricky Bastard. He was such a good guy.
I mean, he
He's fun
did
to get
betray
along in
us
life.
twice.
I don't
He
know what
betrayed
you're
us
talking about.
2
Just
times.
shimmer through me, and it's going to go down my sword, and the Eldritch Blast is going to slash forwards out at Tricky Bastard, and I'm going to yell, "Tricky, you bastard!" And then it's going to yank him towards me with Hager's grasp, so that it pulls him towards the tip of my rapier, because I'm so bloody mad at him. And
Nice.
I'm going to say,
Let's see if you hit.
betrayed me."
Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that was all. So I suppose I roll for the Eldritch.
Yep. Ooh, it's
True,
taking its time to roll.
Cedric, it was
That's
a
weird.
serious betrayal.
Hello?
Is it going on your guys' side or is it stuck? Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
it did.
Oh my
Whoa,
god,
it's quite
that's a
cool.
crit.
Whoa!
So
Ha!
roll damage of Eldritch Blast. I'm pretty sure it'll take care of the crit for you as well. Yeah, it did.
Yes, it did.
So
Well-
how do you end Tricky Bastard?
Tricky Bastard comes flying towards me as the Eldritch energy sparkles from the tip of my blade into his body, and it drags him towards me. And as he comes towards me, he meets my eyes, and a tear rolls slowly down my cheek as I watch him be pulled straight onto the tip of my blade until I'm wearing him on my sword like a sheath. And I look into his eyes and I say, "I trusted you." And then I flick him off the blade, and he splats on the ground with a splatting noise.
He
Whoa.
falls off the blade, and you hear him say, "Take the bird with you." And he
Why'd you
dies.
do that? Why'd you do that to Tricky? He was.
It's
It had to
too
be done.
late.
It had to be done.
It's too late for that bastard.
He was rehabilitatable.
I don't
He
give
was
a
Goodness.
rehabilitatable.
Yeah, he was real. He was a good guy. You guys just don't understand him.
I mean, yeah, it is a good rat handle.
But that was the introduction and the final end of Tricky Bastard. It was real sad.
He was a real, we took him in, we loved him,
no.
he seemed to really like us,
Bye,
and then he
Fuakami.
betrayed us twice. Okay, bye, Fuakami. Have fun away wherever you are.
He
Also-
gave me. They gave me a reroll. Yay.
Practical SFX.
Uh-oh.
We do have that, Ted.
They did. One's an accent. I don't care. I just want Greg to hate me somehow. Oh, they didn't
so
give an
you
accent for me to do.
Quick, someone in the chat. Accent. Go.
I love this DM. You need fun, practical sound effects like old school radio. I got some old school sound effects.
Quick, Greg, do one of your sound effects.
Like that. Right?
Real mature over here.
Yeah, if you're looking for highbrow, I don't know.
But you know what?
your-
That's a family humor that Ted Danson wanted.
That's right.
And
Or
requested.
if I eat really spicy food, it's more like. But, yeah.
And we lost Enigma.
And if I ate toxic spicy food, it's like. Right? No?
Where did he go?
You guys hear the scream?
What happened? What's
That's yeah.
we go through the floor? Is that the
Do it one more time.
Where is it?
Jessica really likes.
Jessica loves poop humor. I don't remember what. I don't remember what it was. Oh, Captain Lord Sir Farts a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then
That
we
was our first
started
NPC name.
the Sharks clan in the Underdark. And
Wait. Was Sir Captain Lord Fartsalot our first NPC named by the chat?
Was he? I don't. Maybe.
That's good.
Was he our first chat NPC? I don't know.
Chat?
No. It was they. It was Gabe, or I forget his name, Archean Angel, whatever. He gave bits, and so we told him he could name an NPC, and that's what he named it, was Sir Farts a lot.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Also got. Sorry.
I forgot that last our NPC. Was it last game or 2 games ago? Where our NPC's name was basically.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was.
No. That was someone made an NPC name is just crying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that woman guarding the Red Wizard's tower, who our ally just sliced. I
He
felt
didn't
so bad.
actually fart a lot. It was just, it means something different in Drow. You guys are just hating
Yeah,
on him.
it's in the language.
You guys are just.
You're a bitch.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Okay, we just got intense.
I want to say,
Yes.
Why are you
for those who are just tuning in, sometimes when you use your channel points, you can use them to name the next NPC, non-playable character. For those who, so when they're introduced, RDM will give them the name that you have.
Tried to, anyways.
Yeah.
Try to.
I got
And
a new
so one-
soundbite. Do you guys know what this is from?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
It's so sad.
No, I don't know that one. Wait, which one's that?
That's going to be the next NPC.
Oh,
So long.
it's a very long name. What do we call them for short?
Not fine.
Not
fine.
It's like, imagine you ask someone's name. Oh, yeah. Imagine you ask someone's name and they just start telling you a sad story every time. And you're like, I'm really sorry, but I also don't know what to call you. Like, yes,
Yeah.
Dubstep named our food critic, Thorax Sides.
That's when you say
Right.
their name is just simply.
Emotional, damn it.
Yes.
I
Anyways.
was trying to. Wait. So wait, we're so far. No, I'll get back to my question later. But wait, so we got our first mission from
First mission from
Volo.
Volo.
We had to
Yeah.
find Floon
Then
And you finding Floon.
first.
And it was
Yeah.
it was during oh, Fitz looked like he's about to sneeze in that. But yeah, it was during that looking for Floon that you found out that this whole embezzled money from Daggert Neverember happened, and that
And,
people
like,
were looking for it. And
that was also, I just want to
Mhm.
say, we fought a Duragar on our way towards actual Floon. This stony dwarf that grew to be like 6 feet. And Fitz found out that he had warlock powers because up until that point, he did not realize that he also had warlock powers. He thought he was just a rapier guy.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment for him.
Yeah. Yeah, during that whole thing, you basically chased Xanathar into the sewers. He also found out that Xanathar stays in the sewers, and chasing Xanathar's minions into the sewers with Tricky Bastard's help. See, he's such a nice guy. You're able to you're able to track down Floon before he was killed, and you saw there during that final battle, you saw someone you haven't seen before since then, Nihilor, the Mind Flayer. But Xanathar hasn't come up too much.
The Mind Flayer, who immediately turned Fitz against his against his party, something that Zenakobi did not let go of for a long time. Just saying. Yeah. But then we did kill the flame-throwing orc and save Floon. And we did not see any Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
Just
I see. Turtle Power saying to talk like a gypsy.
Oh. Gypsy accent.
I'm not sure how a gypsy sounds, but I imagine it's something like this, kind of talking fast and a bit of an Irish one. No?
Yeah.
It's basically how the gypsies talk.
That makes sense.
Greg,
And then they give you a curse.
Greg is known for his accents.
Yes, I'm known for all my accents. There's a bunch of them.
Definitely use your channel points to make him use more accents.
Yes, I love giving accents. I just love it so much. It just takes me back to the motherland and when we used to do accents with the sheep.
Accents with the sheep.
With the sheep.
That's beautiful.
With the sheeps. But
that's how I learned my accents as well. Yeah.
Yes, you did not meet Ninja Turtles in the sewers, but you did find Floon before he died. The brain puppy actually ate Rainier's brain a bit, so that was unfortunate. But then you had him be restored by a priest afterward.
That's right. Yeah, those brain puppies are terrifying.
Yeah, but that took us almost to the end of the first kind of adventure set, which was to find Floon, find out about Neverember's gold and the gang warfare between the Zentarum and Xanathar, and go back to Volo, who gave you the quest to look for Floon, who couldn't pay you. Some people here were very upset about that. We should have brought that clip on how Alpha just was not having it that he couldn't pay in gold.
Yeah,
but he gave you a.
True, but he gave us a massive hotel.
That was falling apart and we had to spend to renovate.
Right, but now we own a massive hotel.
That's still kind of
it's
getting better, thanks to Angelo. He hasn't come back.
Can we request that his accent reinforce stereotypes? Absolutely, you should.
Yeah, just put it in your notes when you request the accent. Throw that in your notes.
We haven't gotten to Angelo yet, but I think he really softened Alpha.
He really did, actually. But Fig also softened Alpha.
When she was
she was Fig. But Angelo has softened even Alpha.
That's when the open world aspect of this module started happening, was after you got that tavern. Because from there was no set goal per se. And you all just kind of branched out, really exploring your backstories and all that. So we could probably start with that, I think.
Okay.
Is there anything else I wanted to put here? There was a funny
Did we mention Rainier? We did, right? Just because he comes back more than Floon later in our adventures. So.
Yeah,
we-
Rainier, the son of Daggert Neverember, who embezzled the money.
Real gentleman reached
gentleman.
into a sewer full of poop
Alpha's not
to
a fan.
pick my dagger out of the poop and give it back to me.
Alpha was
Wow.
like, you could have done it faster.
Chop chop. We've been here for the last 12 hours.
Right. Well, Alpha's very hard to please. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yes, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have standards. I'm sorry.
For getting daggers out of poop. Did you try reaching into a poopy gunky?
Yeah. What the hell? That's not true. If you ask for a Chinese accent, he gives you a French accent.
Wait, somebody asked for Chinese. Let's test that theory.
Yeah, let's test
Somebody
that.
need to test that theory. It'll probably just be a Japanese accent.
Quick, Rena.
But yeah. I was
Kiss
going to
between
show you this other funny clip. So if you remember, you're going to find out about that mercenary that you had to take out of the city.
Yep.
And he this is also kind of like a meme that started with us, where this comes up a few times. Let me just pull it up. Am I sharing? Oh, no, I'm not. Here we go.
You hear from the window. You hear, "Who's that out there?
Oh.
Come on, show yourself. Walk in front of this window."
I'll show
Guys, don't come
myself.
here. Don't come here.
I'll show myself. I'll show myself.
Maybe
All right.
My axe is thirsty. Oh, hey, how's it going? Yeah, it's me. I'm a paladin. I'm
are
looking
you?
for a guy.
Don't say
Looking for
that.
somebody.
Don't say any of that.
Who are you looking for?
I'm looking for a friend. A friend told me to look for Hoku or whatever the hell his name is.
Oh yeah.
It's Harkos.
Harkos.
Harko.
I'm
Really,
looking
you're
for
just gonna
Harko.
say it. You're just gonna say who we're looking for.
Just
Who we're
gonna
after it.
I have a
Just
message
because you
for him.
rolled a 3 for stealth.
What?
or
I might
I have
know
a
him.
message for him.
I might know him. What do you want to know about him?
Well, tell him
What's
I
the
have.
message?
Well, tell him I have something he's very interested in. Something monetary he'd be very interested in.
Yes, we're gonna sell him a match.
I'm going to use deception.
He says roll
I don't know
deception
if I
check.
have to roll for it, but I will try to deceive. I'm deceiving you. This is literally what I'm saying to him. I'm deceiving you. No.
Roll
I'm gonna
deception
roll for
with
deception.
roll deception with disadvantage because you're a
Mercenary.
paladin openly
That's
trying to talk about giving money.
Your opening line was, "I'm a
I gotta-
paladin."
That was the most awkward thing ever. It was like, I'm
That
a
was-
paladin. I'm going to give you money. You can trust me.
right? And then proceeded to try to pitch him on starting a theater company.
Yeah,
What?
here, I think he gets to
Wow.
this.
21?
Wow.
Jesus.
What can I say? What can I say?
Oh, what's the deal?
I've just got a certain swagger about me.
I'm always open
That's
for a
like,
deal.
you know,
What's the deal, Greyhide? Like, did you think about this?
Let's negotiate here, at this distance. I have a crossbow loaded, sticking out the window. So what's the deal?
Well, the deal is, I've got some gold for my friend Harkos. Are you threatening me, sir?
Just staying safe. What's the catch? By the way, what are the rest of you doing while they're having this conversation?
I moved out of sight.
Yep, you're hidden.
Make sure he didn't
skip
ever see
forward a
me.
little.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, let's just say some.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to see how this plays out, because at this point, how do you stop this?
I
I'll
just
jump in if I
have
need
a,
to.
I have a wealthy friend who wants to speak to Harkos and pass along some gold to him.
Is someone else with you? I heard a noise, not just you.
Yes, hello. I'm his very wealthy friend, Harkos. You don't remember me? I'm your uncle's grandfather's left second cousin.
That's not Harkos.
That's Harkos.
That's not Harkos. But yes, this is my wealthy friend, Mr. Pennypacker. And I'm Mr. Van Nostrand, and we are business associates, and we have a certain production, a theatrical production, where we need a certain one-eyed individual to act as a player, as actors in our troupe. You'll all be performing together.
While they're talking at the window, I'm going to go back to the front door and see if I can't wiggle some lock open quietly.
All right.
I have
You hear
any-
he replies with, "Actor? I hate actors. Worthless scum."
Well, listen, my friend, if you can help us locate our friend Harkos, there might be some gold in it for you, too.
I am Harko. I hate actors. When you get to the door, you realize it is.
I think that's basically it. But
Oh,
tried
man.
to sell him on a production.
Amazing. Also, the Lego man. Greg, your hair back then was beautiful and possibly Lego-like.
What? Lego?
Lego man? You know, the Lego man.
Oh,
hair.
tricky bastard.
Oh,
Paid for a Chinese accent.
At last we will see.
I am Chinese accent. Emotional damage.
That was
So
good.
we're going to see other clip, which I don't have up right now. What were you saying?
No, so Ted, yeah. Fukami, no, but next week we're fighting the Red Wizard and we might all die. So this
Probably.
week we're just recapping everything up to so far, just in case we all die. Right, yeah, the Mike, yeah, what's up, Mike?
Oh,
Mike
I
Lynn
had hair
in
like
here?
the Lego man.
That's the idea, yes.
Look at that.
When you
Look
all
at that
die.
jaw.
Well, hopefully I mean, it's a great jawline.
I mean, you could die of old age. You can say it when.
That would be the most exciting D&D
Yes, from
campaign.
the rerolls, you're gonna give.
Died of old age.
Very slowly. This is the scene where Grey Hyde has cancer at the age of 85. Why isn't my healing hands working anymore?
It was too many divine smites. It just isn't good for the body.
Too many healing hands.
Yes. Yes.
I
It's
remember
true.
you said I looked like a hobbit back then. Mike did.
I did. A cute hobbit, though. A sexy hobbit, you know?
Oh, I see it.
Right?
Aw.
Merry and Pippin's second cousin.
Can you be a sexy hobbit?
Gregor Doc
is that
Brandabuck.
oxymoron?
And then
Sexy
I grew up my
drugs?
beard.
Are they?
I mean,
They're cute.
I thought, well, okay, cute. I thought Pippin was very charming.
You thought Pippin was sexy.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes. What?
What about Mary?
Mary was okay.
No.
I'm more of a Pippin guy, you know? He's sort of my zeitgeist, you know?
Uh-oh. Man
Anyway.
bun style.
Man
Oh,
bun
man bun
style.
style. Why don't we hear it
Channel
go
points are coming in. Time to release the real sexy hobbit. Amazing.
But yeah, we should start with someone's backstory here. We definitely learned a lot about. I think the first backstory we really learned a lot about was probably Fitz, for sure.
Yeah.
It's fair,
Let's start there.
Fitz can't stop talking about himself, so that tracks.
and I think we've learned a lot. We've learned that right before the campaign started. You were on a caravan transporting textiles, effectively, to the city. And you were waylaid by a group of humans that didn't ask questions, didn't tell you to stop and lay down your arms, just straight up came up and started killing.
Traumatizing. And my best friend in all the world, Fitz's best friend in all the world, Chet, who he grew up with, protecting each other, wingmanning each other, jumped in front of the arrow that was meant for Fitz and died in his arms, which was super traumatic. So then Fitz got really angry and ran up to these mercenaries with his sword and managed to almost be dead, but sort of back against the edge of the bridge with his broken sword. And then he heard one of them talk in Dark Elf and say, kill the blood trader. And he was like, what? So he grabbed the nearest guy, shanked him with his broken bit of sword, and jumped off the bridge. Oh, yeah, we switched. And then essentially rode this mercenary down the water until he washed. Should I just keep going? I'm just telling the story now.
I'm not sure how much of that has been revealed, but yeah, that's like the unadulterated story, as it happened, and yeah, you basically got washed up, half dead, mostly dead, and ended up in a dreamlike world with Elistray, that we now know as Elistray, the goddess. Who basically gave you a choice that you can become her champion if you wanna live.
We do
basically
have the clip of that dream.
Yeah, that was the first dream. This actually happened before that. This happened
Right.
before the game even started. She gave you the choice to become her champion or basically die. and
Right.
and you chose to be the champion, obviously. and
Sealed the deal with a little delicious
yeah.
love man.
Yeah, decided to consummate that deal.
You know, I don't want to be your champion. I prefer death. I
Yeah.
mean, he was really depressed, you know?
Yeah, but then we'd have like there'd just be no
There'd
game.
be no fits,
No
yeah.
fits.
All right.
It'd be just you, Greyhead, and Enigma.
But
So sad.
yeah, after that, you woke back up alive, healed, and you went back and looked at the scene of the crime, and you found one of the dead humans that attacked the caravan, took off the ring, and that human became a dark elf, and it looks like the ring was just disguising them as a human. And so you put on
Right.
the ring and headed into the city, and that's where we started off in the Yawning Portal, was right after that. Which, now it would make sense to people why you're going around and going, have you seen me before? Does anyone recognize me?
Right. I was trying to find the person who killed me and pretended to be the person that I was pretending to be.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And
That makes sense.
Thank
yeah.
you.
And we do have a clip of that first night, because this happened right after the first main quest, when you, the very first night you stayed at Troll Skull.
I also want
right.
to mention that this is sort of what started. As much as we have the thing with the stairs, this was kind of like every time now we take a long rest. This is not
yeah.
really a long rest.
Yeah.
Just wake up exhausted and changed and
Maybe like crying, maybe with stained bed sheets. Like, Ted, that was a completely consensual champion thing, and if anything, the goddess was totally in control of that interaction.
basic tragic backstory.
Me Too thing. He
I-
literally did that. He said, "Pound me too."
Right. Anyways, roll that clip. Roll that. Let's roll that.
Hold
clip.
on, it's not too late. All right. All right. Here, this is the first night, and this was really like the first narrated scene that we had.
It's worth watching. It's a good one.
Dude, is it
fills his
me?
nostrils.
What's that?
Is it me or does Greg look a lot younger? Look at him. He's like
Yeah.
14.
I'm telling you, I had hopes and dreams back then, but you all ruined it. You made me become a man,
Mark's little haircut.
Mark looks like a 12-year-old.
right?
He's Austrian 12-year-old. Like,
I think he's German.
And
Well,
Amalia looks the same.
I know.
yeah,
I look the same since I'm about 14, so I
fair.
won't reveal my current status.
Yeah.
I think I actually.
I actually think that sweater is from when I was 14. Not even joking. The one that's in that stream, that blue navy.
Oh, really?
I don't like throwing out things. I like
I mean, if it still fits, why would you toss it?
if it fits.
If the shoe
I'm not a
fits.
man. I just have a beard.
Okay, never mind.
But
Now you
did I
are a
miss
man.
any channel points? Oh no, I didn't.
And
Now
we have a
you're a
pony.
man.
Oh, that's such a good song.
All
I
right,
actually
here's
really
the first one.
Yeah, Enigma looks drastically different. Wow.
Yeah.
This clip is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that
Wait,
was Zinakobi. We had a bit of a falling out, but it was fine. And that she went her own way and we went our own way. But let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
As your eyes focus, you see a boot. That very familiar boot.
This is after you went to sleep, and there's like when you just kind of woke up into a dream.
You've known the wearer of that boot since you were born. She tried to sacrifice you when you were a baby, but failed, and sacrificed your brother instead, all for that damn Spider Queen. You look up at Matron Baronray, head of your house. You realize, why do I have these memories? It's not you. You ask yourself, this isn't your past. So, you think you can command my armies, do you? Do you really think a male such as yourself could ever amount to something so grand? She says, standing on the outside of the cage that you realize you're in now. The cage completely made of perfectly carved stone, probably through magic, with a solid top, stone bars coming down on all sides.
Great workmanship.
You look out and see other cages, other slaves, though none of them are drow, like you realize you are. And none of them tried to rally a drow army against a matron mother.
What was that?
You're imprisoned, and he was like, great workmanship. I'm just saying, Mike's comment. He's like, you're describing like this cage.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
been
yeah.
trapped. Like,
Nice workmanship.
It was a well-made cage. I don't know.
And also, I think it was like one of our first encounter with the maybe first or maybe second of like the NPC Greg female voice. So we all
It's true. Hot.
anyways,
Evil
yeah,
PC female.
I don't want
voice.
to interrupt it, but I just like that line. Great workmanship, guys
Good
in a cage.
workmanship.
It's like, sorry.
Luna's cage.
Yeah.
The
Right.
entire house, like you did. Again, not understanding that memory.
Let me back up a little.
Again, just other slaves, though none of them are drow, like you realize you are. And none of them tried to rally a drow army against a matron mother of an entire house, like you did. Again, not understanding that memory. You find your head is a jumble of mixed memories. Who is this person you really are right now? Is this the real you?
Do you know who you are in that dream right now?
Now I do. Yes, that's Jarlaxle, right?
Yeah, Jarlaxle.
Yeah. Also, yes,
see in her-
dubstep, and that will be on YouTube.
This actually is already on YouTube, if that's what you're asking. Oh, never mind. You have a date with your pillow. Got it. Never mind. You're talking about this one. Yeah, this will go on YouTube.
Sleep well, Uncle Dubs.
Dub
Her
stuff.
hand is a tentacle rod. A drow torture device, a long black rod with 3 tentacles coming out of it. You know the pain it can cause. You've used it yourself on prisoners.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed where Zenakobi's mind went immediately when I mentioned that. But
Back up a bit. Let's see again.
Jumble of mixed memories. Who is this person you really are right now? Is this the real you? You see in her hand is a tentacle rod. A drow torture device, a long black rod with 3 tentacles coming out of it. You know the pain it can cause. You've used it yourself on prisoners. Answer me, she screams. What do you say or do?
Hello. I'm having a little bout of amnesia. Can you tell me a little bit more about the question? I'm afraid I really don't. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here.
You rally the army against me. You will pay for that. And she lashes out with the rod, whipping you with the long tentacles which latch onto your shoulder and arm. You feel pain that racks your body like you never felt before. You hear her say, you are a male. You are nothing to the matriarchy. You think you may be free, but you are a slave. You will do whatever I ask, whenever I ask, even if it requires your life. The pain is too much, and the world around you seems to go white as your consciousness wanes. You awake again in a very unfamiliar place. The smell of wood and black powder fills your nostrils. As your eyes focus, you see your capturer. Your stomach becomes uneasy as though the entire room is rhythmically rocking back and forth, as it does after being hit in the head. You can feel the blood from the last lash of the whip. You look down at your body, a different body, this time a drow female, and without clothes. You look through the iron bars, and you see yourself holding a whip. It's you, who you were but a moment ago. Those memories. Now fleeting. But now you are a drow woman in a cage.
Do you know who you are now in this scenario?
Yes. Now I'm Felric, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
The
nice.
drow man
I figured
who
it
was previously
out.
you.
What's that?
I'm just saying, I figured it out at last.
Yeah. I think you figured it out a while ago.
Well, yeah.
But now you
Took
are a
time.
drow woman in a cage. The drow man, who was previously you, holds the whip and says, you are a woman. You are nothing to me. You think you may be free, but you are a slave. You would do whatever I ask, whenever I ask, even if it requires your life. You wonder why this fellow drow, now realizing you have different memories, one who escaped the matriarchy of the Underdark, would do this to you. You also escaped the Underdark and don't condone the matriarchy. You once again have a jumble of memories, wondering who is the real you. He continues, if you are a woman, and he lashes out with a whip, hitting you again. So tell me, what are you?
I'm a naked female dark elf, as far as I can tell. I'm really.
Incorrect. He hits you with the whip again. What are you?
I don't
These are Lift's memories.
Oh yeah, you thought they were Lift's memories because you just met Lift in the at Troll Skull. I forgot about that.
Right, right.
Greg's kinkiest creation.
It is pretty kinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you know what Jarlaxle was trying to have you say, by the way, when he said, what are you?
I now know that he's trying to have Felric say, I am a man, and then later brings Felric to a red wizard to transform them into a man. I'm aware of that now.
Or no, I think He had not already been brought at that point? He had not already got to
He
the
had not been
transformation?
transformed yet.
Okay.
Right. This was
Yeah.
the brainwashing that Jarlaxle was putting Felric through.
At the time, I had no idea what it was, though, and I was super confused.
Right.
As you can
I
tell.
don't know.
He lashes out with the whip again. You will learn. He says, then you are nothing. He says as he continues to lash again and again. You feel your consciousness waiting. Last time, he says, what are you?
Really confused.
Very much in pain.
Oh, that's right.
That's all I got.
Your ears ring as the world starts to go white. The final lash from the whip, and you are lifted out of your body. You see down below the scene that you were just a part of. Now yourself again. You see the woman slump over, unconscious. You watch the scene until you're too far away. You look around and see the moon, large and dominating, with nothing but stars around. You see the silhouette of a familiar, beautiful, naked, long, silver-haired drow woman dancing in front of the moon. You hear that music again. You know what music it is. The beautiful song, the sad song of loss. A familiar voice, now familiar voice, emerges from the song. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I needed you to understand. I don't have much power over this world anymore, as our people forget what freedom means. I can't say much, but I'll give you what powers I can. You must fix these wrongs. You must bring back the beauty, the dance, the freedom, the song. Bring these back to the moonlight, that light for which my children now refuse. I cannot involve myself in your world much more, but I can answer 3 questions. You may ask them, but I am limited in my answers as well. And I can only tell you yes or no. But what is it you would ask of me, my champion?
I am so totally unprepared for this.
You really were unprepared for this.
You really
Ash.
were
I'm really,
unprepared.
yeah. Fitz and Michael were both critically unprepared.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
man.
your first question is perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Do they have to be
Alpha,
us to know?
I think
Because
this is where the face pawns were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that my fault?
This might, you might have burst them. It might have come earlier on, but this really solidified them.
It solidified.
Yeah, facepalm origin story.
do they have to be us to know? Because I really, I want to ask who you are, but I don't think it's a yes question.
Yes, and I'm afraid that is one of your questions.
Oh, shit. Are you the source of my new abilities?
Yes, I am, as you agreed.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was great. Yes. That was, yes.
Referring to the consummation from your backstory. Yes, that was great. Yes.
Yeah, that part he knew.
Good. I remember that part.
It was, and we can have our moment again. But you have one more question.
One more question. Yes or no? Oh, bollocks, that's very difficult. Will I know where to find you again?
Good one.
Yes. And I am always here. As her voice fades away, and you see her singing that sad song of loss as she fades into the moon. You awake in a familiar place, in a makeshift bed, still hollowed by that vivid dream.
Yeah. That
Wow.
was that one.
You know, Greg, I have to say that, like, your DMing skills, that's just a great example of, like, you know, like, wow. Like, I had no idea I knew what Fitz's backstory was, but I had no idea any of that was coming, and it was just, like...
I think that was cool. Like,
really cool.
It's one of those sequences that will always, like, that will stick with us. Like a really good moment. And yeah, and it's cool. You think you know who you are and where you're from, and Greg's like, haha.
Yeah, and Greg's like, now you're on a boat being tortured by the guy you just were, who was being tortured. And I'm like,
Now, 15 sessions later.
Yeah.
When you accidentally become his lover.
That's true, yeah. After having sex with one of
And
those
he'll
two
betray
people.
you also.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Ouch. Yeah, those clips really became very, very meaningful for the rest of Fitz's game.
Yeah.
David.
There was actually some other dreams you had.
That was pretty sexy.
Yeah. There were some other dreams you had with Illustray that usually around giving you new powers and stuff like that. But I think also when that happened, you weren't exactly sure what she wanted from you. and it took a bit of time to understand exactly what she was saying she wanted you to do.
Right. I mean, to be
yeah.
honest, Fitz is still not entirely sure what she wants him to do. I mean, he thinks she's probably pretty happy that he just saved a dark elf maiden who was escaping from the Underdark. That seems like her bag. But like beyond that, he's like, I'm just gonna keep fighting bad guys and hope it's the right thing.
She did say in one of your dream sequences that she wants you to take care of Jarlaxle and fix the problem of Jarlaxle. And she didn't say how, but
she did imply. Yeah, I think Fitz asked about killing him, and she was like,
just like, that's one way. Yeah, it's like that's one way. Yeah,
that would work. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a ride.
Yeah, because the matriarchy in the Underdark is, of course, evil, but her thing is that Jarlaxle's answer to that is just the opposite side of the same evil, and so it's that's what she's saying. They don't understand freedom at all.
Yeah, and to be fair, before Felric, the woman drow who was also being tortured in that dream, before Felric ultimately betrayed Fitz and rejected him, while things were going well and they were having sex, he was trying very hard to convert Felric to the, to the Alistair freedom mindset.
Yeah, and that's still an open thing.
Like a hippie movement in like drow.
Dude, have you tried some Alistair? Whoa.
I love that. Yeah, Alistair's freedom, man. You're locked in the chains. Yeah, exactly.
I've been in your cage. No, quite literally, man.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, Ted, that is how Fitz converts. I don't know what to tell you.
And you thought it was family friendly. Yeah.
I know.
Should we go to, because she's here, Alpha's backstory?
Yeah.
Which is also really cool. I remember
actually the only other thing to say about Fitz's backstory is you did eventually save a drow girl who you don't know too much about, but other than that, she's from high society in drow society and escaped and is now at the Troskal Manor. But your backstory is still open. Her name? I don't know. Yeah, it's
Maya Baronray. She's actually
Maya Baronray. Same last name as Jarlaxle. Yeah.
Funny, yeah. That being said, I mean, there's been a lot of interesting stuff between Fitz and Jarlaxle, because Jarlaxle is the one who ordered the hit on his caravan, so he was mad at Jarlaxle. But then Jarlaxle starts hiring him for stuff, and he kind of likes Jarlaxle.
A little thing, because we're talking about Jarlaxle. Some people who haven't seen the beginning won't have any idea who Jarlaxle is and how much of a big douche he is.
Yeah.
We have a clip for that our first encounter. We'll be able to share that a bit later.
First encounter.
We work for a lot of
yeah.
that have let's say we'll call it conflict of interest. It's a bit sticky, but anyhow. So Jarlaxle is not super clear who he is, but we'll share a clip of our encounter with him, and maybe that will.
Sure. I don't know why that didn't copyright.
It's there on the. I will share the link. I don't have it now, but you have it.
I do. But I'm trying to remember which one this is.
It should be the first time when he was feeding our former friend to the sharks. When we first got to work with him, basically.
Oh yeah.
Well,
okay.
Because someone thought it would be a good idea to. I don't know.
I feel like Jarlaxle showed himself more during the rat hide debacle on the ship, but yeah. Oh, well, that's weird.
Not as weird as Biden, but it's up there.
Yeah, Biden.
Yeah, anyway,
Biden time.
Sorry. Oh, no, not Biden time. Yes, Jarlaxle.
Right. Anyway, he's a big Big Bushy.
Did they get rid of
I mean, he's a super powerful, tortured villain who's like a pirate who also has an army and a country.
He's not
and a fleet.
tortured.
He is. Did you not see my dreams? He was tortured by his mother.
I'm pretty sure he tortured a poor man into like
A
becoming trans.
woman into becoming trans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forced transism, actually. It's.
Yeah, so he's not tortured. He's the torturer.
Actually-
He is also tortured.
Yeah, maybe when he was 9.
They got rid of the sniffer. The Biden
sniffer?
sniffer. They got rid of it.
For good. I wonder why. I don't know how to explain that one to you guys if you haven't seen the Biden sniffer. It's
If
don't-
Biden would sniff me.
TTC. Ted's from Toronto. Oh wow. Okay,
But,
that's great.
TTC is fortunate. Yeah. Jumping to Amalia. I would say if we go back to what's been revealed about Alpha / Fig, was that Fig we know now is a changeling, right? White hair, white eyes, porcelain skin, the typical changeling that was captured by a red wizard. I think everybody's found out by now that also her whole family was captured by the red wizard and basically experimented on.
Yeah.
The mother was turned into a demon, effectively. The father was turned into a raven, and then Alpha was tortured to try to basically Red Wizard was trying to get control of the changeling ability. For the mother and father, he was trying to make them mass producible, basically, because demons can replicate themselves a lot of times. And so he thought if he could get a demon to have changeling powers that could replicate itself, he could make a whole army out of them. And it didn't work out. And then the changing the father into a raven didn't carry over the changeling ability as a raven, so that didn't work out either. And so
The father got stuck as Raven
got stuck as a raven. Yeah, very much like the Red Wizard's like, oh, that thing's useless to me now. I'm just gonna forget about it. And so basically forgot about the mother and the father after those experiments didn't work. And then tried to steal the changeling ability from Fig. That was his next thing, is like try to, through blood and such, try to figure out how to replicate the changeling ability in himself, which also failed.
Changelings, for those who don't know, are shapeshifters.
Yep, shapeshifters. The Red Wizard wanted the ability for shapeshifters, and I think you even found out that he wants this ability in order to go fight the Wizards of Thay and rule and take over Thay, which
Right, which is where he's from, and they're basically, for those who don't know the world, they're pretty powerful guys. Yeah.
Yes. He's not the most powerful of them, but he's very powerful. The one that currently rules Thay is a lich, actually. Is a red wizard lich that controls the entire city with an undead army.
Wow.
So maybe stay on this side of the continent, guys.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll send
it's
in
not good over there.
She'll seduce him. And we'll
just give him the finger.
Yeah.
That'll defeat him.
But confuse him. He won't know what to do.
But Alpha, well, I guess Fig, when she escaped the Red Wizard's capture, she ended up in Waterdeep, but she took the guys as Alpha, not really trusting. And when I say not really, I mean not at all.
Yeah, how'd you come up with that name, Alpha? LOL.
Greg. So, well, about that. So, a little backstory about me. When we were in character creation, way before our campaign launched, I had just put a name, kind of like on the character sheet. In the meantime, Amalia, Alpha. Like the, what do you call them? The military.
Yeah, it was like
Alpha.
Alpha Llama, I think, or something like that, right?
Alpha Lima. Yeah. Like there's all like Alpha Bravo Charlie, whatever. So anyway, I just put as like in the meantime until I came up with something, and then I was like,
like
cool,
Alpha, Beta, Charlie.
Yeah, I left that there. Sent Greg my backstory, and like, cool, just waiting for the first game. Logged in, went live, and when I was signed on, like I was already on my character sheet and everything. I was already as Alpha, but we were already live. It's like in your
and
name.
I was like, "What's your name?" And you're like, "Oh, name."
And so Alpha was. Yeah. It was too late.
And it stuck.
I mean, otherwise we would have had to go through like some elaborate like. I mean, she's a changeling, but I think like if you look at changeling lore, you can choose like different kinds of ways they live their life. Like there's some that shapeshift all the time. There are some that are like, you know, no, I refuse. I am a pure changeling. You know, I walk amongst men as a changeling. And then there are some people as Alpha who take up personas for long periods of time, depending.
They call them mask, I think, right? Like they put on a mask. Yeah.
So anyway, Alpha, just.
But yeah, eventually Alpha did escape the Red Wizard. Or later found out the Red Wizard claims that he lets you go.
I will.
Do we have? Sorry.
I will say one thing. Also, what we did not say to anybody is that when we created these characters, I didn't know anything about Fitz or Michael's character at all. I can't help it. We didn't know anything about our characters, so that was like a cool thing. So nobody knew anything about Alpha, her past, or Fitz, or what his nothing. We just kind of jumped into the game. We hadn't shared anything, and so Alpha, for the first little while, nobody knew about Fig, or nobody knew she was a changeling because she just went around as Alpha.
Yeah, and that reveal was crazy because we were all like, "What?"
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first, our first encounter with her past. I guess we have a clip about that as well.
Yeah, Can we see the Red Wizard clip?
I was actually just taking it there. Let's see.
I was basically recaptured for Alpha was recaptured for a second time when she thought she was finally free.
Briefly.
This is you had just found a package on the ground that was packaged like the way your family used to package it, and you picked it up and opened it up and looked at it, and it ended up being this stone that when looking closer into it, it started crackling with power and put out this green puff of something or other that knocked you out.
And it was the first time our party had split up.
Yeah, it's just when the party split up. When that happened, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna take advantage of that."
He's like,
yeah. Let's see. Hey.
As you stare at it longer, after you open it, you start seeing these green cracks of energy crackling across it, and this cloud of green gas comes out of it. Roll a Constitution save.
15.
It's puzzling.
The last thing that you remember as you start to go unconscious is falling towards the ground, and the stone flashes with a brilliant light, and you feel your surroundings changing.
Do I see what just happened with Alpha, or do I?
Nope, you split up.
No, we split up, I believe.
We split up.
So I didn't see any of that. We'll go. All right. So I see. Sorry, continue. Great.
Alpha, you awaken with a start. You realize you're in an uncomfortable position. You look down and you're in a chair. Your arms and legs are bound to them, tied up. Your crossbow is laying across your legs.
Longbow, not a crossbow, you retard. Sorry.
I mean, whatever.
We don't say that anymore.
Oh, my bad.
Well, yes.
Your eyes focus a bit and you look out. It's pretty dark, but there's this weird ambient dim light everywhere. You see nothing. It's like a void of nothingness all around you. But your chair is on a rock that seems to be flattish, reddish, 30 by 30.
Sorry, I just read the chat. Roofied stone.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's essentially a GHB stone.
Yeah, essentially that's the non-medieval version.
The stone of GHB, what is it? GHB, the stone of
Get your
GHB.
drugs in line.
Stone of
Like,
Sorry.
track for anyone.
Shrek stone.
Yeah.
We did the clip of our first time Shrek came about, but anyways.
Yeah. I
That's
don't know if we'll have time for that. Yeah.
fair.
It's
Hello?
in front of you. There's a wooden table, and on the other side, you see someone familiar. Red robes, a beard sticking out from a hood, a crooked nose in the beard, only thing visible from it.
Red robes. Oh boy.
You're
He
not
says, so Alpha is it now? Good. Let's talk.
This
You're
is quite
not-
unsettling.
It is very, yeah, oof.
Where are you? My own little pocket plane. My little pocket of reality. It's my reality.
Hello?
No one's going to help you here. No one but yourself and me.
Hello?
Do you remember how you escaped? No, I don't imagine you did. You can't run from me. You
Close
can
my
only
eyes.
run when I say you can
Did
run.
I just say you can't run from meat?
You're not real. You're not real. Fist! Very high!
Did you?
I think you said me, but
I let
I,
you escape. I let you into the city. I've directed you. Yes, I have. You are going to work for me. You are going to do what I want. I wanted your ability. I wanted it for myself,
Shut up! Just shut up.
but I
It's the
couldn't
Red
replicate
Wizard
it.
accent.
No matter. You will do it for me.
I'll do nothing for you. This isn't real. It's just messing. This is just messing with my head.
Correct.
Fist!
You
Very
will
high!
find the gold, all the dragons. I'm sure you've heard of it by now. Daggered Neverember. I want that money. You don't know what I could do, what type of empire I could build, what I can do with the rest of Fae and those arrogant
I'll do
pricks.
nothing for you.
Yes, you
Good
will.
lord.
I will prove that you will. And he lifts a finger, and your ropes loosen. They simply fall to the ground. And he says, take your weapon. Attack me. Do it.
Take
I
your
won't cast
crossbow.
anything. Just attack me. He bangs the table. Do it! Attack me!
This is a trick.
Yes. But I want you to learn that. I want you to learn that you can't hurt me. So attack me.
We'll do nothing you ask.
What are you guys laughing at?
It's a trick, yes. Like, we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
It was really intense in the moment, but now it's just kind of like
It is
it
pretty
still
fun.
is, but it's
Yeah.
just that there's some funny things.
this is a trick.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do it.
He gets up, a little wobbly, kind of hunched over, and he backs up. Look, and he goes to the other side of the flat rock. Just attack me, and you can leave. Just to prove a point.
Oh, by the way, this is the same place where you are now. This right here is where you now ended up at the end of the last episode.
No
Ooh.
way.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Damn.
I-
What, after we took the portal, when we held on to our betrayer.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we are now here in his reality.
Hey, thanks
That's-
to Mike Show Live.
Yeah, Mike Lindsay.
Oh,
Mike.
nice.
Thanks for Mike.
Yeah.
See you soon.
I'll go ahead and play.
You won't die.
I start walking towards him.
It's
And
you. Go ahead.
and I go to grab his throat because I want to see if he's of flesh.
You reach out to grab his throat. And when you lift your hand, you feel this wave of nausea. When you actually lift your arm, you try to squeeze around his throat instinctively, just to, well, possibly not hurt him, but just to make him still. And you start feeling this headache, this ringing in your ears. And it hurts. It hurts really bad. And you take 25 points of damage. You immediately go unconscious. You fall to the ground. You awake again.
That was like when you guys had like 15 hit points.
I know.
Yeah,
I basically almost killed me in one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Just by you trying to kill him.
You
Instant death.
spells.
You wake again with a jolt as he flicks some smelling salts at you of some sort that immediately woke you up. You see? You try to lay a finger on me, and you're dead. If you don't complete what I want of you in a year's time, you are dead. I've casted this on you. I have trained you. You and your little abilities that I wanted for myself. But you will get it for me. You will find the gold.
Not have them.
Or then you will die. There's no one's gonna help you. You are a
All
loner.
powerful. You would have already gotten what you wanted. I will not help you.
I don't know where it is, but you have your ways. I see it in you. And Alpha, he says, ironically, you are a loner. You do not make friends. You will be alone and you will do this. You find your ways. You always fix it yourself. You escaped yourself, right? You learn to live on your own. No one will help you. You can only help yourself. Now, I am tired of this. You will go. And he flicks his hand towards you. And you see, with a flash of light, you appear back where you were, in the dock ward. You can see yourself. You can see, not yourself, you can see your belongings in the distance, in Greyhide and Fitz, looking around, calling your name. But
Alpha!
You guys don't see her.
Alpha!
He placed you what looks like in a pile of garbage, thrown out, long forgotten. It smells, and it's all over you.
Sure. God. We really need to add that.
And you have one
This is one of the funniest moments, right? In a second.
hit point.
There's some
You hear
vagrant
this.
coughing over there, and it's distracting me. Quiet, vagrant. We're looking for Alpha.
Do I have memories of what just happened?
Yes, you do.
Quiet,
vagrant.
Was that when we first discovered Greyhide's disdain of vagrants?
It was around that time,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, actually, it was even before that. If you remember, you talked to a vagrant.
Vagrant.
You talked to a vagrant on the very second episode to try to figure out what was going on when people were being dragged.
Right,
into
the
the
old
sewers.
woman.
Yeah. And he was
Right, I
like,
gave her
"Ugh."
jerky.
Yeah, the deer jerky.
The
Oh,
deer
yeah, that
jerky.
was-
Right, because beef was not as common.
Because
Right.
you kill a lot of deer, so it makes
It's
sense.
the way it goes.
That's what I do.
But yeah,
You know-
so you since
Um,
then found out that this red wizard is actually posing as Manchun and is leading effectively a civil war, a Zentarum civil war against the old brass of the Zentarum, which are basically merchants trying to gain a bunch of economic power now, versus this new brass, which is now following who they think is Manchun, a clone of Manchun, and there's this civil war, and the red wizard's kind of on top of it, posing as Manchun.
Yep. Yeah.
so we
You're,
don't know if I'm still under a geese spell at this point. We're not
it's unknown, right?
unknown.
You did use the little charm that the Emerald Enclave gave you, and you're not sure if that worked or not.
Right.
True.
For a while, it felt like it worked, but then you still had a connection. But I don't seem to have felt that same searing pain. So I don't know.
Aboriginal accent.
Chad, you're right. You're right.
He has his own accent.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, Greg, the amount of work that you put into that Red Wizard scene, and Alpha, the amount of realness with which you played that is a great scene.
That was a moment. When he was like, "You have no friends," at that point, Alpha really didn't have any friends.
I know, because you were still rude to us and didn't trust us at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of like with good reason. You're a little,
You all are shady.
shady, and plus you were. I didn't know at that point.
I mean,
yet,
true.
but you
I had
were
not-
also
Yeah.
not even revealed.
True. Fine. Right.
But yeah, our last episode ended up they're right in that little extra planar world, which is the Red Wizard's home at this point. Possibly
Yeah.
about to fight him or the strongest people that he has, and that's going to possibly be resolved one way or another. So
One way or another. I have
One
rolled my
way
backup
or
character just in case.
Have you?
you probably should.
I'm not
Um,
I haven't rolled, but I know.
Angelo
you come up.
Sophondra. Yeah, I'll
Angelo
you know
did
what?
soften.
I'll just play Angelo.
Alpha a lot.
Alpha.
I mean, yeah, sure. It works for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this
But
brings us right the episode before.
Before Enigma. But should
Yeah.
we watch the Alpha Fig reveal, which is literally
Oh, right.
the last thing that happens
Yeah, we
before
could do
Enigma?
that.
It's a great scene.
You
yeah.
put that in here, right? I think.
It is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It has a bit of internet connections that was really unfortunate, but we made the best of it.
yes.
Yeah.
There's also right before the reveal. I think they were going on. I think there's a clip of. We don't need to play necessarily, but it's kind of funny when they meet Azure's Edge. The back and
Oh,
forth
yeah.
between Greg and this is kind of funny. And I did put the clip
Yeah, I have
if
it
we-
here.
if we
You
want
found it right there.
It actually goes from that into the Alpha's reveal as Fig. And
Nice.
I know for everybody watching, like you guys know now, but at the time we were almost 9 sessions in and nobody knew. So
Nobody knew. We all thought that
Yeah.
Alpha was Alpha, and that is all Alpha was.
It's like a human, right?
Yeah,
Here we go.
human.
This is.
Just said hello. Hello is a friendly word.
Oops. Is it playing? It is. Okay.
Oh,
No, that's the Fitz reveal.
that's the Fitz reveal.
That's when Fitz takes off his ring.
Right, that was-
Correct.
That was in session 6, actually before session 9.
I did the wrong one. You're right. I meant the
And
talking axe.
Fitz takes off his ring. Greyhide is like, oh, well, this is fine. And Zenokobe punches Fitz in the throat.
Right. Like, why would you act like a human? That's the worst thing to.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. Her hatred of
Yeah.
humans was stronger than her anger at being lied to for like a month.
Was it though?
Well, it probably played in. The two probably were like related.
She was just angry.
She's just generally angry.
Alpha wasn't so angry as much as distrustful.
Yeah.
Like, then I was just angry.
Yeah, Zenokobe was the character was always angry, always punching Greyhide or Fitz.
Which is pretty fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. Oops.
Oh, I like this axe.
Wait, look at that clean shaven Fitz though, right? Look at me.
Whoa.
I aged and you de-aged. What's up with that?
That's true. Yeah.
And then we got the mustachio Greyhide right here.
Were we in? I guess we would have been in November at that point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because like November, I feel like something Greyhide would do. Mark
That-
would do.
You know what? No, in the November episode, I have a mustache and he doesn't. In the December episodes, he has a mustache, but I've shaved mine off.
Oh yeah, you're right. This was right before the Winter Shield
Why are
episode.
you keeping track of like
I
the
just
space
know.
there?
I remember being like, dude, why did you grow your mustache after? And he was like, I tried it at the end of the month and I realized I liked it. Puma Man,
Yeah.
welcome.
Puma Man Redux, hello.
No, actually, Commander, that's good news for you. Last week, some people were sicky, and
I got COVID.
this week we're doing the mega recap from the very beginning of our
In case we all
campaign
die.
to
Yeah.
lead us up to the big fight that's going to happen next week. So you actually didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Next week is the fight.
We're about
Also,
to.
also Mark couldn't
Puma's-
make it today.
Right.
That's part of
We're
it,
about
too.
to show a clip, Puma Man, of when
Greyhide first
Greyhide-
found his talking axe.
and then after that, I think you joined later, but Alpha, people didn't used to know she was Alpha.
Yeah. This very
No,
next
they didn't-
episode.
They didn't used to know she was Fig. They only
Yeah.
thought she was Alpha.
And actually, the
and-
episode after this, Enigma joined us, so that'd
Yeah.
be interesting.
Yeah.
But
You came at the right moment.
Turning
Yeah.
points.
yeah, this is Greyhide starting to talk to his axe for real.
Sorry, just talking
Greyhide.
to the axe. Yes,
Why are you talking to Maloon's axe?
well, I'll be honest with you. I just really like the way this axe feels in my hands. It just feels right, and it's very trusty and powerful in battle.
Is the
But
Dark
hey,
Elf a good person?
That's the axe, by the way, talking to him.
It's Arnold.
Yeah,
That's
He's a trusted
Arnold.
friend
The
and a
axe.
good person.
Sorry, thank you, but who are you saying that to?
Would he defend the city from an attack?
Yes, I believe he would.
Sorry,
Fitz?
who are you saying that to? Yes. Who is yes? Who is what is happening?
Of
Right
course. Yes. Does that clarify things, Fitz?
He seems
No.
very confused.
Yes, that what? No, it does not.
Fitz, I ask that you cut me some slack. I've been dead twice, and you basically almost kissed me when I came to at one point. It's been a confusing day, and I'm
That was-
addled with ale as well. So if I seem a little bit not myself, it must be those things. Should I roll for deception?
Yeah.
Yes, you probably should because I'm looking. At
I
you
roll
and
a 20.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You know, Greyhide is known to
It's been a yarn.
get a little weird when he drinks.
That's true, yeah.
Yes, you know that's entirely reasonable. You know, you've died twice. You're a little drunk, and I totally understand. I tried to kiss you, Alpha kissed Nero. I totally
And I
understand.
kissed this axe that saved my life, so I'm a little affectionate with this new axe, and I might be talking to it as if it is a person.
Wait,
You
yeah,
know?
who did Alpha
Is
kiss?
it reply?
I tried to kiss you and Alpha kissed what?
I don't remember that. Do you want me to back
No
it
way.
up?
Yeah.
There's no way Alpha kissed
Yeah, see,
anything.
unlikely.
Yeah, lies.
you know.
Is it replying to you? twice. You're a little drunk, and I totally understand. I tried to kiss you. Alpha kissed an arrow. I totally understand.
Alpha
Air?
cat kissed.
Kissed an arrow?
Oh, the
Oh,
air.
kissed an arrow. That's right.
Like before.
Right.
I forgot it.
Yeah.
Unimportant. Moving on.
Yeah.
It's an axe that saved my life. So I'm a little affectionate with his new axe, and I might be talking to it as if it is a person. you know.
Is it replying you?
I feel in some way that it communicates with me, and that I have a sort of affinity to it. If
That's because I'm a sentient weapon.
Yes, I fully agree.
Right. Well, I'll just give you and your axe a moment.
Yes.
Alpha, did you find anything outside?
Bye,
By the way,
Ted. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
joining in.
yeah. Ted dancing.
Thanks for subscribing too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ted
he did?
is
Awesome.
It is dancing.
Was that the end of that? I forget.
Awkward
Yeah.
moment here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Wait.
look around. Freaky Bastard also had on him.
Yeah, that's where I go through it. And I think he eventually admits that he can talk to the axe. He doesn't know why he kept it from him.
But isn't this the fig reveal?
We're going into.
It takes a second. Let me just bring up the video of it. That way, I think I actually saw
There's a
it.
few.
Yeah.
It might be a little-
Oh, not here. This one.
Nope, still a fake. Fits.
All right. This is the fig reveal.
All right.
You hit your
Why does my head look like a space ball? Jesus Christ.
It's beautiful.
I like the light.
not ready for what you see. 'Cause, the only reason you know it's alpha is because it's the same clothes, but your camera's still off.
And this is
All
where.
I see is strange shadow as she stealths into the house.
Guys,
Alpha?
That can't be Alpha. Someone's taken Alpha's
So-
clothing. What have you done with her?
well, there's something maybe I should have said a while back.
You're a brain too, aren't you?
She should have said, "Screw you guys, I'm going home."
You'll have to find out next week in this cliffhanger episode. Oh, before we can hang around, I hope she comes back.
Worst
Terrible
timing ever on the
Maybe it's,
internet.
Guys,
Yes.
Oh,
can you
you're
hear me?
back.
I think you have your
I
camera
can hear you,
closed.
yes.
Okay. Okay, so I should have said this a long time ago.
Oh my god. You're-
I'm well. My real name is Fig.
Your real name is fake, or your what? Which name is
My real
fake?
name is Fig. And
Oh,
my moment.
fig.
Fake pudding. Continue.
Fake.
well, this is getting more interesting. I felt you needed to know who I really was.
Yes,
I'm honored to be
maybe.
trusted.
Yeah, until we got the amulet, I wasn't sure who we could trust, and well, I felt like now is as good a time as any.
Just to point some things out, you see her pupils are almost pure white. Her hair is silvery white, very white. Her skin looks way more porcelain white than before as well. But otherwise, it's the same clothes.
I want to mention.
Are you an albino elf?
Oh, let me.
I'm part of this.
I can't find my mouse. Sorry.
Well,
Go ahead.
At that point, I was still wearing real contacts.
True.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Before we found
'cause that's
Snapchat.
pretty obvious.
Snap camera, rather.
I can't remember.
Snapchat.
Anyhow, sorry. Just wanted to-
Yeah. Art the roll, the clip show.
That's today, yeah.
Yeah.
today.
But I think that's. Oh,
We're called changelings.
that's right.
We can pretty much we can change our appearance, and so
Oh, that reminds me. What the reason you're holding your head like that was because we didn't think about it, but when you put on the ears, the headphones won't work.
Yeah, like I couldn't put them over because that was before I had the ears with that were actually earphones.
Yeah.
Fair.
Where are
I
they?
remember afterward you were telling me that like it didn't quite work out, so you just had one ear on and then covering the other with your
And it
hand
was
to
just,
have
like,
the headphones
also,
on.
I had to get those contacts in. At that time, I wasn't like as quick as I am about it now. It still took me a moment, so I had to get those contacts in and everything else on in a reasonable amount of time. Good thing Mike and Mark are really good at just
Not
Just-
shutting up.
not shutting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also in this case, like I'm kind of sad now that like I had missed, like, it was actually pretty funny. But yeah, so that's also, so I think like an ear fell and I just kind of wanted to get on, but I wanted to hear, and I was just like, okay, let's go.
But you know,
It's a
it
good thing.
worked. It
Yeah.
gives your character this sort of soft vulnerability thing, which
Well,
totally
I think
works for
that was
Fig.
kind of cool. Like Fig ended up having a different personality too, not just
Totally.
like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it was like fun.
Yeah, no, your work with Fig's personality versus Alpha's personality is really cool.
I wish there was a way where I could like costume change like faster between the two, but I haven't figured it out.
Yeah. But right after that happened, the episode after is when Enigma showed up. I think that's pretty much the reveal, right?
Well, it kind of keeps going, but the thing is, like, my internet does cut out, and in the interest of time, we can
Yeah.
skip.
Oh my god.
I didn't
And there it
to
goes.
deceive you. It's just
Nope.
Your reaction, though, you guys had a pretty.
Yeah, the reaction was, "Oh, look at that jaw drop."
I
Like initially,
was-
the reaction too.
No idea.
I remember, like, I think it was cool is that, like, Mike at the time kept, like, messaging me, like, in the back, like, in real IRL, like things about my character, maybe, like, some suggestions. And in my head, I was like, you'll see, like, it all amounts to something. I felt like Alpha was just this, like, one-dimensional,
Yeah.
unbending, like, character, but I knew, like, more was coming, and I didn't want to tell him, so I was like, oh, yes, that's a good idea.
You were very polite with it. You could have told me to fuck off. But like, oh, thank you.
I was just like, you had like a lot of suggestions. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good if my character had been like
Right.
undeveloped and
If
I
my
hadn't
character
actually...
didn't actually have a multi-level that's gonna blow your mind 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Welcome to Behind the Roll. Sorry.
And I think we did the reveal then because we knew Enigma was going to join, and because Alpha was so untrusting, it would have taken like so much longer.
Yeah.
For Fig, like because with a new person around, she wouldn't have. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look at that face. That surprise face.
I know. It's pretty good.
Oh,
A little clean shaven.
Fitz actually looked disgusted for a second. You see that?
So disappointed. Yeah.
Well, it's shock, you know, pure shock. Oh, hey, there's that person we've been rolling with. Oh my God, what? Amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Mark's face is like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like he discovered a new dish or something.
And then the narrowing of the eyes.
Yeah.
Mark is like, huh? Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, after that, we had our first scene with Enigma.
Yes.
Let's see.
We all we're doing it from behind. Is that the rogue
What?
way, Demon Demand?
DM on demand,
Oh.
guys.
Damn it. Yep.
Oh, DM on
That first scene did
Yeah.
not go as I thought it was.
Sorry, yeah, thank you.
Just like, it's been weeks.
Oh.
Like, it's in time. It's like 8 months.
DM on demand. Yes.
And
Oh,
this
here it
is where we welcome Enigma.
I
Oh.
loaded the wrong one again.
It's okay. We just want more of it.
Not even think, not even hesitate.
I have a hand on
She
my
says,
sword.
Why is it so? I think it's fine.
Vajra immediately speaks up and says, "No, you don't know who she is. She could be
I've just
someone.
been through a lot. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit.
She could
I've
be
been
someone to
through a
talk
lot.
to."
Okay. Well, maybe you should
what
check
does
it out. I've been
what would Enigma
traumatized.
what would Enigma do during all this? You are in fact looking through one of the windows at this unfold.
And they already seen me, right?
Yes, they've spotted you.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop up and say, "Hey guys, don't shoot me.
I still take my short sword out.
I have valuable information, and I think I can help you."
What do we see? What do you look like?
Well, you can't really see through the window too well. Vajra will say, "Come into the house here."
Okay.
Yeah, Vajra
All right.
was
So
there.
you walk into the house, and what do they see when they?
What was that?
No, I just said, oh yeah, Vajra was there.
Yeah, Vajra.
Jessica, you were great.
when
Don't
they,
shoot me.
When you
Alpha
Yeah.
pulls sword.
walk in, what type of thing is Enigma wearing?
I'm wearing all black, and I come in and with my hands up, and I'm here as a friend.
I roll an insight check.
Go for it.
18.
1 second.
What are you doing,
Okay.
Greg?
You definitely don't see any overt line or any kind of tell that makes you think like this person's out to get you. You do get kind of a. No, I wouldn't say there's any of that. That's basically it with an 18.
My knife is out, but I lower it a little.
I watch. I suppose Alpha again. I watch Alpha lower her knife, and I lower my sword. But I say, "We'd love to have your information, but you know, we tend to have very bad luck with friends."
Who are you?
The last one on the floor, actually.
That was the friend on the floor was
Tricky
what's his
bastard.
name? Oh, is that what it was?
Hmm?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Tricky Bastard. It was the guy with the axe, the one you took the axe from. What's his name?
Hargos?
No. God, I can't remember. I can't the one whose brain was taken away with the brain puppy, and you took the
Right.
axe from them.
It wasn't. Wait, didn't the axe belong to Harko or Maloon?
No, it was a. It's gonna drive me insane.
I think Fitz was referring to the tricky bastard though when he said that. Because this
Okay.
is also where he killed. Is it not? Is it not the same time? Maybe. Anyway.
This was a different bastard actually. It wasn't Tricky died when you were fighting the Harko, which was real early on. This
right.
was God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. It's probably gonna be here. No? Oh well. I'll get it later. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah.
Maloon War Dragon.
Okay, Maloon, yeah.
Vajra had asked you to look into him, remember? To see why he was acting weird, and you found out his brain was inhabited by a brain puppy.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic.
What's that?
Yes.
Alpha?
It was Maloon.
Who are you? So obvious.
Yeah.
Fucking brain puppies.
Brain puppies.
So
which
my name
are...
is Enigma, and I heard you guys talking about the stone.
Why are you fooling us?
I just overheard. I wasn't following. I mean no harm at all, but I think I can help you.
Sorry, so you
Which stone? What are
overheard
you
us?
talking about?
You overheard us dying, and you just thought you'd hang out by the window? Is
You
that-
were just passing in the middle of nowhere?
I will say, before last session, at the very end, you did have a brief conversation, I believe, about the Stone of Galore, right before Vaj showed up.
Yes.
Because Maloon mentioned it.
Okay. So
Even
you
if that's not true,
do
well,
you
I
live in
think
this
that's true.
neighborhood? Were you just walking through the street and heard a commotion?
Yeah, well, I heard a commotion. Wanted to make sure you're okay, and
Like legit 2020 hindsight, yeah, that is a little weird.
Want to make sure you're okay. Waited till after the battle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that welcome Enigma.
Yeah.
Alpha didn't.
Oh, thank you, Wolf. Wolf for the 100 bits.
Oh,
Wolf and all
nice.
starts. Wolf on all starts. I got it right? That's Wolf on all starts.
Starts?
Starts,
Wolf
yes.
on all starts. Yeah.
Street.
Wolf on all
Oh.
streets.
Wolf on Wall Street, Wolf on all streets.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
Yep.
I like it.
I'm terrible at this.
Yeah, Jessica, thank you for handling that for us.
Yeah, without Greyhide here, you're the best we have for names. Oh, that's your friend. Cool.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Thank
that
you
was
for the hit.
Yeah, and this just kind
Honestly,
of
but the help, and I overheard
divulges
you
pretty
talking about the
fast.
stone. I feel like I can help you get it. I have a lot of information on it.
Vajra looks, you see her expression darken a little bit and says, "This is very interesting and fortuitous, randomly. I need to take care of Maloon. Any of his effects
Oh,
you
I
should
could've
put
just
to use
waited and she
for,
would've said it.
as your spray hands. I will."
Whoa.
And she goes over
What
to the
was
body and
that?
she starts making a, no, she won't. She'll just go over and touch the body. Before she finishes, she'll say, I officially put the business of Never Ember's gold in. There will be a reward for.
I like secrets.
Thank some time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it some time, man. So.
So roll
we've
twice
got
and take the lower.
Awesome.
Oh, it's so unfortunate. You would have had a natural 20.
We've got a natural 20 and a 22. I mean, in her.
But yeah, I don't know. At some point during that, I remember it got pretty heated, and then Alpha was like, I don't think we need her. And then Enigma's just like, okay, bye, bitch.
And then
Classic Enigma.
and then the guys are like, oh well, she's hot. Hold up.
I mean, yeah. Well, yes, maybe that happened.
But we actually learned soon after that. I mean, backing up a bit, Enigma's backstory was she was with a friend at some estate trying to basically pull a heist on a guy, and that guy ended up being a vampire, unbeknownst to them, to Alpha and her friend Anya. Not Alpha, Enigma and her friend Anya.
We heard it from Anya.
When we had to fight Anya, I think Enigma told us about.
Yeah, she told a little bit right before because she knew Anya was going to show up soon.
Yeah. After the first time that Anya showed up.
And so basically you found out that her friend Anya had, I forget how you said it, JCK. It was like, got weird or something.
Oh, yeah. Girl, you got...
Girl, you got weird.
Girl, you got weird.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. And so, Anya showed up and couldn't get into the house because you all wouldn't invite her into the house. There's a limitation of a vampire.
Thank God.
Yeah. But eventually ambushed you all when you were walking along somewhere in the street. And really kind of wrecked you all.
Oh, she wrecked us. Well, and also, I mean, Greyhide, being our paladin, was the most likely to be able to fight her, if any of us. And she immediately charmed Greyhide, so he was useless.
Totally went for him first, yep.
Oh, yeah, he rolled 15 times, I think, before he resisted the charm effect or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Greyhide. He's easy to charm for a vampy
He's got a
woman.
thing for evil people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Bit foreshadowing there. We should have seen coming.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Anya ambushed you all, and Enigma basically said, "I'll go. If you don't kill them, I'll go with you. Fine." And Enigma went off with Anya, the old friend who had turned vampire.
Sacrificed herself for the team.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I think I have an actual clip of that. Wasn't that one of the clips I put together?
Yeah.
Cyber, the Scarecrow comes after this. Or was the Scarecrow before this?
The Scarecrow? Oh, you remember that?
That was before.
Yeah, that was early on.
No, that was actually the first episode. Enigma was. This was Scarecrows were before Anya because it was the first thing we did, I think, with Enigma. That's how we tested out her skills, and we saw that she can actually kick a good ass.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's when Greyhide had so many breakfast sandwiches, he puked them out.
Oh, you had 13.
Oh yeah, that was gross. Yeah, and then the Scarecrow started having effects on him, and he started like puking out his breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
this is where let me see something. Oop. You go into the base of it, and she's wait. Before, after what?
His rejection, but let's. Ooh.
Get in there. For you to
I got a haircut.
Look at. Yeah, no, I transformed a lot.
Yeah.
She right then and there. Oh, do you see the cat right there in front of me? It simply says, "Are you ready, Enigma?" And she steps closer to you. So this is when she had walked away with Anya in order to save the rest of the group. Yeah.
No, can you just give me like an hour of being human and then you can do your thing? I'm just like, can I enjoy a drink or something first?
You will drink to become like me, that is for sure.
Well, like, can I just like, just give me an hour? Come on.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, use your charm.
You rolled a 2.
No, we do this now. And she walks up to you. Are you gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kick her ass.
Okay.
Roll it. You better get there fast.
She goes in and she tries to grab you.
Essentially, she doesn't.
Rolled an 18 to hit, I think.
You're gonna be a vampire.
No.
So she grabs you with one hand. So she goes and sinks into the side, jamming your head to the side. She sinks into your trapezius.
It's been really great having you on the show these past 4 episodes. It's like I want to say, it's just you just added so much to the team. It's been really a great ride.
Continues to drink. Your vision wanes as you feel yourself losing consciousness. You realize this isn't simply going unconscious. Things are slowing down. Your mind's starting to shut off. You can tell you're about to die. To what end, you still don't know.
This is intense, guys.
Time seems to slow. You see, suddenly, you fall on your back, and the last thing you notice is the top of the tower. There's a mural up there, in tile. It shows a path heading into the distance with a rising sun, a sunrise, at the horizon. Yes, because it's at the horizon and the sunrise. In case you didn't know, I could repeat it 3 more times. Recognize that. That's actually, you believe you saw when your parents worship that. But your consciousness goes out. But that picture of a road, small, it's on the mural, is still in your vision. It extends. It's almost nauseating as it extends, because your whole perspective changes as you realize you're standing there before the road. Things are still blurry, moving slowly. The road continues out, like a destination you can never reach. The sun in the distance, mid-rise, like in the morning, but unmoving, stuck. On one side of the road, you focus for a bit, and you see your father and mother, moving slowly as well, saying something, though it's muted, you can't hear. They seem to be motioning for you to come to them. It's on the right side of the road. You also see your 2 brothers there. They seem to be saying something, can't make it out, but they're also motioning you. Their voice is muted. Seemingly, they have their cart behind them, ready for some mundane trip, like you've taken many times. On the other side, you see Anya, still a vampire. Dark, pale, smiling. Doing nothing except slowly having her hand out with her finger asking you to come towards her. And you see the road in front of you, going into the distance, never ending. What do you do?
Oh.
I am gonna charge towards the middle road.
Middle road, just go straight down the road?
Just go straight.
Yeah.
Don't want my parents, don't want Anya.
Anya looks at you annoyed, rolling her eyes. Your parents, they never stop looking at where you were. Don't even bother to turn their head. As you go down the road, on and on. You go until it's so dark you can't see. And then, nothing.
Okay.
You actually hear. But,
Yeah. Jessica, what was going through your mind? Do you remember, like, in that time? This is quite some time ago.
You're on mute.
Oh, you're muted.
You're on mute.
Oh, I don't know if you can hear us. You're muted.
Oh, can you hear us? You're on mute.
Shit. Sorry, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we are.
Sorry about
Good.
that. Yeah, no, I just thought it was really cool writing.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was gonna happen.
What made you choose the middle road? Because, like, yeah.
Because,
So
like,
things
she
can
already,
go
she already screwed her parents over, and then Anya was just being whack, so
Yeah.
do them all.
Girl got weird.
Girl got weird. Yeah, that was part of Enigma's backstory too, was that the parents were very boring and they didn't see that Enigma wanted more. They could care less. They just expected her to follow the family tradition effectively. And that's why they never stopped looking where she was.
Oh, that is good. That is a nice little reveal into Enigma's backstory as well.
Yeah. But yeah, the next part, I don't know if we need to play it, but it's basically where she does rise as a vampire. But unlike Anya, she actually seemed to keep her mind, her soul or whatever, as a vampire. Probably interfered with the god Timora. No, that wasn't Timora. That was someone else. I forget. But whatever god that was, basically saved her from her soul being consumed into in vampirism. And the I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, basically it.
Hashtag not a vampire was born that day.
And that's how
That
hashtag
was
not a vampire was born. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, you all then mounted a rescue and actually defeated Anya. Well, not defeated, but made Anya run away. Anya's still on the loose technically, but ran away.
Yep.
Fine.
And that could
And can
that
we
could
just say
turn something.
for anyone who missed it, we did this hilarious, amazing thing where Alpha shifted into Greyhide and wore his armor. Greyhide just threw a hood and cloak over his underwear, and Fitz just transformed into Enigma, like with his disguised self, just to
Right.
mess with her a little bit more. So
So there
then,
are 2 Enigmas, 2 Greyhides.
yeah. So then, obviously, Anya went for
Forgot.
Alpha, who looked like Greyhide, so that actual Greyhide, could sneak up behind Anya and divine smite her in the back with his paladinness.
It was the first time we saw the full effects of a critting paladin.
Of a critting paladin with
Oh,
divine smite on an undead creature.
And
wow.
It was
when
rough.
Anya tried to choke out Alpha, she had taken off her amulet that stopped her from being scribed by the Red Wizard. So he came in with that giant fist out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Red Wizard did actually help against.
Right. Well, it was like a gamble because she didn't I didn't know. I was just like, fuck it, let's try this as a backup. Because for sure, the moment Anya comes, we were pretty weak. By the way, guys, we were like level 3 still at that point.
Fighting
up
a
against
vampire.
Yeah.
And you did end up defeating. Well, you had allies coming, but the critical divine smite made a huge difference. And and you did chase Anya away as she went into her gas form and ran away into the sky.
Yeah, that's right.
Still, I think at least on our end, one of our favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Till this day.
It was a plan that actually came together.
Yeah. How often does that happen for us? We make a
Right.
plan and it actually.
It went from a very, went from very old group where Anya basically decimated you as you guys just kind of winged it to a new type of group where you actually plan things out and strategize.
We kind of emerged from there.
Yeah.
We had Patty who went to get. Oh, because we had the whole thing's of doppelgangers around that time.
Yeah.
And what's her face at the tavern?
Yeah,
and
Bonnie.
Basically, Bonnie, we're making sure she was safe. So we were kind of
Right.
escorting her, and then we got intercepted by Anya.
Yeah.
And,
Kissing Tomb says, "Big boy pants on." That's right.
Ooh, Kissing Tomb from Instagram.
That's correct.
They have an @Kissing Tomb. They do some really cool stuff. Check them out.
Apparently missed a Samurai Jack reference.
Kissing Tomb.
Kissing Tomb. If you want to put your handle in chat, if people want to follow, it'd be awesome. But yeah.
Oh, you can follow. Okay,
Symbiosis as well.
that's cool.
And cyber symbiosis as well.
Guys,
might
throw your handles in chat.
might be collaborating in the future. We'll see.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I cyber symbiosis. He has a modern sci-fi system that takes place, with the fantasy worlds. It's actually really cool. I read through the entire story synopsis, but I haven't gotten to the actual technical, understanding all the technical stuff in it. But it's based
That
on
sounds
5e,
cool.
so it's
It would be so cool if we got
it's
to
easy to pick
play
up.
test it at some point.
Yeah, I've been meaning to. I talked to him a little bit about play testing it, and he even has a module I could use for it.
Ooh. Okay, that's really cool.
This is
Yeah.
awesome.
We should discuss that further.
Yep.
Maybe
let's see.
if ever we could also do. I mean, there are different moments in time, but maybe at some point for between, like when we change campaigns or like a nice transition, or I don't know, something, or if we'll
Dungeon Rats, nice.
on Instagram, I'll have some comics and prints on there. Hopefully, doing some stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Cyber Symbiosis says, "Yeah, it's just 5e with cars and guns."
Sounds
Basically.
dope.
We can roll with cars and guns.
Yeah,
But it's pretty
whatever.
cool how he brings the. What the hell? Sorry, cat knocked something over. It's pretty cool how he brings the fantasy world into the modern world with it, and there's a whole bunch of background there.
Yeah, wizards in cars with guns. Fuck yeah.
And a 10-issue comic series. That's right. That's what it was all based on.
Cool.
And he
He
also
said
goes to
nothing's out
con
right now, but
stuff,
soon.
and I need Anyway, but yeah, shotgun on driving. I'm the driver. Sorry.
Wow. Fine.
You guys.
Wow. I mean, whatever. I didn't want to drive anyway. I just wanted to be a wizard in the passenger seat with a gun. A gun wizard.
What have we not covered? There's a whole bunch with Greyhide we haven't covered.
True.
Enigma actually eventually did get cured of vampirism, which involved basically killing Enigma and resurrecting her.
Yeah. But not before she used her bat power to do some serious recon and her fangs to kill a lot of people.
Yeah. The bat definitely came in handy a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, the bat was pretty awesome, actually.
I guess.
And there was also that killing that person, which didn't go so well. But that was more Greyhide.
That was more Greyhide. She just drank him after.
Right.
There was also the romantic arc of Enigma kind of coming on to Fitz on the first night at Troll Skull.
Did she?
Fitz completely botching that interaction. And
there you go. I got something on it.
Why are you gay?
Enigma, I'm sorry. What? No.
You are gay.
What? No, I'm not gay. Precisely.
Do you perform the natural obligations?
Really want you to stay here, but I don't think it's a good idea. I don't.
Could have gone better. Could have gone better, Fitz. Smooth, Fitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically how that went.
What a time.
We should talk about Gary Hyde a little bit.
Yeah, we should.
Because
you basically did learn that Greyhide grew up on a farm. That much was apparent from the beginning, but that his parents were killed and his sister was basically captured, and he never found out what happened to his sister. And it's why he became a paladin in the first place.
But it had something to do with a mysterious knight named Durbane.
Durbane, yeah. Not so much a knight, but yeah. He a mercenary, more like it. And he found that the mercenary Durbane did capture. He knew that the mercenary Durbane is the one who captured the sister. And after he graduated from his paladin studies, a certain benefactor that hires a bunch of paladins came by, and the guy decided to hire Greyhide. And when Greyhide went to look to see who that was, who this person was who's hiring paladins, he saw that it was in fact Durbane, the one hiring paladins. And so he basically said, "I'm going to kill you," and left.
And then got drunk a bunch and found us.
Yes. And that was soon, pretty much right after that is where Greyhide started at the Yawning Portal with you all.
Yeah.
So
then we found out a lot about his sister.
Yeah. You found out that the sister was actually the one controlling all the tricky bastards, the bastard Kinkus, in the sewers working for Xanathar. And I think you found out that that the sister was actually rescued by someone in Xanathar and felt that she owed her life to Xanathar. And that's why she works with Xanathar now.
And was actually kind of happy to be there, which was like
the way
Stockholm.
The way we found her was through the Storm of Galore.
Oh yeah. Yes. So which we briefly titled
about, actually. But
the Stone of Sister Finding. For that occasion.
Stone of Sister Finding.
Covert names, many of which we've come up with.
Yeah.
Also clever.
Oh, that was great.
Did you ever find out why Troll Skull Manor was called Troll Skull Manor? Are there actual skulls of troll? They never found out, and you guys never asked.
No.
Shit.
You just kind of took it as accepted. Yeah, that's Troll Skull Manor. Okay.
We should ask Glyph. Yeah.
So we should. Okay, so we are also. We haven't gone into depths, but just for everybody, we're intertwined with. We're part of the Grey Hands, technically, the Lord's Alliance.
Yes.
Part of the Zentharum. We're part of.
The old Zentarum, not the new Zentarum, obviously.
Right. True.
Right. The old guard.
We're also unwillingly contracted to Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
Alpha is kind of bound to the Red Wizard. Greyhide still has a deal with the Castle Lanterns, technically. That's never really.
But he's also part of the Order of the Gauntlet.
And he's part of the Order of the Gauntlet.
And the Dwarf Thundercock.
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 What a guy.
Alpha is also part of the Emerald Enclave. And am I missing any?
There's a bunch of alliances.
I guess Lord Alliances is with Vajra. Under Vajra's,
no, Lord Alliance is with that Jalister guy.
Jalister.
Vajra is the Grey Hands.
Grey Hands is Vajra.
And then
Grey
who's
Hands
with?
is Vajra.
Wait, and what's his name? The little tubby guy at the opera.
Mert.
Oh.
Yeah, part of the Harpers.
Mert.
The Harpers. So
the Harpers.
We're busy, guys.
We are members of 9 different guilds, many of whom are in direct opposition with each other.
And they all want the same thing from us: is for us to find Neverember's Gold for.
Right. They just want to do different things with it.
We've said yes to all of them. So.
Yes, you said yes to all of them.
So if we actually find the gold, we might have some problems.
Yeah. Lord's Alliance is like it belongs to the city. The Grey Hands are like. Actually, they think it belongs to the city too. The Zentarum want it to basically. Well, you don't know why they want it, but they obviously want it for some economic strength reasons. Jarlaxle wants it to raise an army to go take out the matriarchy in the Underdark.
The Red Wizard wants to also raise an army to fight
the other Red Wizards of Thay. Yeah.
Who else did we?
The Castle Lanterns wanted to complete a deal to not lose their 2 children. They made a deal with the devil.
Meanwhile, they are regularly sacrificing orphans to devils on a regular basis, and nobody wants to go up against them except Fitz and Mert. And everyone else is like, oh, it's fine. They're just killing orphans.
They're not actively sacrificing them yet.
I mean, look what happened last time we were there. Greyhound went evil. You almost died.
Yeah. We should talk about that, though.
Darkhide. Greyhide went Darkhide. He made a deal with Mr. Skullface. Do we have
We do have the clip.
Yes, that's such a good clip. Yes.
I have
at the bottom.
Oh, Greg, you killed that one.
It's one of the last ones at the bottom of the page.
Yeah, I was kind of proud of that one. There it is, Darkhide.
Right beside Fitz being tricked into a date, sold into prostitution by Alpha. Yeah.
That was actually good. Yeah. All right, this is Darkhide.
And she's pouring wine into their mouth.
Which you don't know about.
Suddenly, the whole room picks up with fog. As it gets thicker and thicker, you see people kind of start looking around. This isn't normal. They don't know what's going on. Eventually, you can't see anyone. It's just you in a room, alone. Let me get rid of this. Uh-oh. Gotta see my face. It's just you in a room alone now. From the fog, a figure steps forward. But it's not stepping, it's gliding forward. It's as though the fog is part of it. The top of it looks different. It looks like a face that's sunken, with eyes that are deep set, a nose that is only half there. And you can see the teeth of a half skeletal face. It looks like this.
Skeletor.
It then says,
You sit there and you watch. They are sacrificing someone, yet a man of good and righteousness does nothing. How interesting. You could be useful. I can be useful. We could use each other. I see you are finding someone in the dark, and yet you are also pursuing the darkness, some might say.
God damn you, chat, interrupting my flow with your stupid channel points.
That was hilarious.
Because he had to yell held long into danger, didn't he?
I had Yeah,
I think that's what
probably.
it was.
Yeah, we skipped. I should have just ignored it until the end, but no, I had to.
I know,
I had to get
but
interrupted by it because it
The
made me
chat
laugh.
is lots of chat.
Man, also, we still go for a game. Like, just our video quality, our backgrounds.
Yeah, I
like,
know. It really starts to show up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Like we,
Yeah.
like all of us, like even our.
Yeah, we got the little thing that runs through the characters and stuff. Yeah.
Greg sent us mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess y'all had long in danger soon.
I left the voice on.
Does nothing.
You know.
We could use each other. Great Eye has the headlong into danger. I can help you with the darkness. I know you want revenge. You could be the champion of vengeance. You could be my champion of vengeance. All those who must suffer in the name of evil, you may say, will get avenged. You don't seem to worship someone specifically. Why not start now? Do you not want vengeance? Do you not want the people to suffer who deserve it? I can make this happen for you.
Well, let's see if you're a man of your word. If you can get Enigma and myself safely out of this room, unharmed, and to the surface, and reunited with my friends, we will continue this conversation, and I will owe you a debt of gratitude.
He tried cheesing it.
I know. Oh, you a debt of gratitude.
Yeah.
I can get you out.
Totally be grateful.
But you must agree to
I'm writing in my gratitude journal.
Yeah. Well, this guy's really great. I'm not usually into demons, but like this one's like I'm really the nice guy.
Like I'm pretty, glad he did that for me.
It was pretty good.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, come on.
powers. I make you the champion of vengeance. Think back. Think of those who died, your mother, your father. Think of the man standing above them right now. Think of them taking away your sister. I know about you, Greyhide. I can make you the weapon of vengeance.
The answer is no.
Look how proud Alpha was. You were like, oh, you did it. You said no. And then he changed his mind.
I know. I couldn't believe.
I'll grab. Do I see Enigma around me, or am I still alone in this room with this figure?
Right now, you're still alone, and he seems to be starting. After you say that, he starts to fade away, backing up back into the mist.
I can't decide.
You have but a few seconds if you want to say anything to him, and then he's gone.
I'll say, I'm just thinking. Wait!
Did you change your mind? And he comes forward.
I'm gonna say it again. You get me out of this room. You get us to the surface. And I'll sign your pact.
Then we have a deal.
Look at
that moment, the figure.
Yeah.
Like this is so appalled.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was an intense moment for sure.
That was an intense
Comes
moment.
towards you and starts surrounding you, and you can feel it start to touch you. You can feel the wisp of wind, and you realize it's starting to float around your gauntlet. Your gauntlet, previously silver, is now starting to blacken, and it turns into a pitch black as though it's sucking in the light, like obsidian gauntlet. And then the fog starts to dissipate away. All faces are looking at you. Enigma, what you saw during this?
Or that was, yeah, that's when
So
Darkhyde became Darkhyde.
And Greyhide, he
Yeah.
had a perfect background for it, and also he didn't have that like Boy Scout haircut at the beginning of her, like months ago. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
it looked like
He
a
was
perfect
whittled down.
evolution. I know, into Darkhyde.
Yeah.
He actually told me, sorry, I didn't mean to take it away. He actually told me at the very beginning of the game, before we started, like he wouldn't mind exploring the darker side of Greyhide or something like that.
Yeah.
And yes, Lethal, the voice
he
changer
is.
here was just so perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah,
I need to find more reasons to use that.
it was very.
Yeah, I guess we need to sign more demon pacts or whatever. Like.
Yes, do you have a torchlight?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Puns always
Man,
work with
there's
the
so
demonic.
much to cover, but
I
basically
know.
we went into an adventure to the Undermountain eventually to get rid of Darkhide.
Yes.
He's killing a lot of people.
Well, but
Ooh.
Durbane had the Stone of Galore. Durbane assassinated the guy we were looking for, which was the gnomish spy. Durbane assassinated him, assassinated Delacar, and stole the stone. But thanks to Greyhide's new demonic powers being tied to Durbane as the object of his vengeance, Greyhide was like, oh, my axe is telling me the demon is saying Durbane is that way.
No, actually, the axe had abandoned him at that point.
Oh, yeah.
That was
The
also
axe was
sad
like,
moment.
I can no longer be a part of you. Bye-bye. And
Yeah.
the axe refused to work for him. Yeah.
Yeah, as your edge. That was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, so then we had to, like, follow his axe to kill Durbane. His gauntlet to kill Durbane, and the axe took his soul.
It's kind of true, like, because he kind of killed him without reservation, it allowed us to get the stone.
Right?
Yeah.
Got the stone off Durbane pretty easily. Then used the stone to find Greyhide's sister, who was with the Xanathar. Then went to the Undermountain to disenchant.
Met Ingvar,
the dwarf.
Ingvar, yeah. DM on demand in the chat. And and he threw the gauntlet into the pool of disintegration. Disenchantment, sorry. And he went into the pool too, and because he was hearing voices in there, and he picked his deity in there as part of it.
He found his god, Lady Luck.
Basically, he was presented with 3 different gods, and each of them said like how to deal with Durbane. Now the gauntlet was destroyed, or at least removed the corruption, he had to actually deal with Durbane's soul, and all 3 of them had like an idea of what to do with Durbane's soul. And then the 4th one was Lady Luck, who said just like leave it up to chance, and he was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Which he already had a gambling problem, so like that actually was really in line with who he was.
Yeah, tracked.
Oh man.
So
but then
that was the end of Darkhide.
But then the demon had left something behind, had gotten Greyhide to leave a mysterious orb behind at the temple. So then we had to go back to the temple and fight the demon again, because the demon had a backup plan of leaving itself in the mysterious orb.
No, that was before. That was before the pool of that's actually where Darkhide decided to no longer be Darkhide. He was supposed to do something there. You guys still don't know what was going to be done if he brought that orb. This is after he killed an old man and took the orb, because his deity told him to kill the guy.
If I would have met that merchant too, that like carriage guy.
Oh, the carriage guy.
That was where Enigma was like, I'm not a vampire, and then like turns into a bat. And he's like, yes, you are.
Meanwhile, like Fitz is trying desperately to convince the guy, like, no, this is just a condition that she has. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, that didn't go well.
And then Enigma, were you gonna punch him or something? I feel like you were gonna like mug him after this.
I think I attacked him, and then you guys were like, stop.
Don't kill an innocent person. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah,
and then
I don't think we've had much from Greyhide since cleansing himself of Darkhide.
Except that when we went to go kick some, then we had to dispose of the corpse. So Enigma and Ingvar went to go like trick the guards to like basically killing the brain, like stabbing the brain of the corpse of this innocent man.
They were like, "Oh, we found this corpse," and they're like, "Oh, I don't know what happened to that corpse." And like, "Oh, that's fine. We're gonna do Speak to the Dead on it tomorrow." And it's like, "Oh, right." And so you had to go get rid of the head of the corpse, so they couldn't do Speak to the Dead on it.
And then we were also had to dispose. Wait, wasn't that like that's where?
So then to have an alibi.
That's where Greyhide became a rat.
Yes, because for an alibi, Alpha transformed into Enigma, and we went to go clean up this tavern with some wererats and kick their asses,
But
which
then
we
to
didn't
be
know were
a little bit
wererats.
confusing also, that following episode, Jessica actually couldn't be there.
Yeah.
So I was also actually being Enigma as Amalia, like
Yes.
playing Enigma, but then my character was still with you guys
Yeah.
as Enigma.
Yeah, it was totally confusing.
It was wild.
But
Oh
yeah.
man.
And then we had Rat Hide too, which was one of the funniest scenes. Was him when you guys decided to fight Jarlaxle, which was a very sad thing.
That was. I mean, we didn't
Was
decide.
that before we found out my dad was a Raven?
That was no, that came way after.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Raven came way before you tried to fight Jarlaxle.
Right, because
We
we had
didn't-
found because we found out. I learned about my dad,
Jarlaxle
but then we
stole the
found out
Stone
the
of the Lord.
betrayal. We
Yeah.
learned about this.
Right, Felric betrayed.
Right, because I lost the stone when my dad appeared.
While we
because I was
were
way too
waking up your
distracted
dad.
in that
Yeah.
little old heat.
Because Fitz learned Dispel Magic, tried it on this bird that's been following Alpha around, happened to roll like really fucking high, and
Yes, because I tried to use the charm on the bird, and something happened, but not quite. And then that's where the idea of like dispel magic
Dispel
came.
magic,
Like,
yeah.
wait, this is not how this spell's supposed to work.
You dispelled a level 9 spell basically from the bird.
you
So
know,
crazy.
it was meant to be. It was meant to
Yeah.
be. Lethal.
was-
We talked to the.
Yeah, remember the dragon under the water? That was a long time
Yeah, that
ago.
was so cool. That was so. Oh, we were so
Yeah.
young.
That
I
was
wish I
when you
had
had
my
your.
voice one.
That was after you went on that weird date. with
Yeah,
the
because
halfling.
Alpha didn't want to pay 10 gold for a boat, so she.
Whatever. I mean, no, like who knows? You don't know that.
Yeah.
Fitz doesn't know that. I know that.
We, the
I'm-
chat, know that. Alpha was cheap and set up Fitz to go on a date posing. Well,
Yeah.
no, you set up to go on a date with this halfling as Alpha, but
Yeah.
then you were like talking to Fitz, like, so this guy's a creep. Can you go out with him instead? I
no.
think he's creeping on me.
She was like, this guy's like, this guy's been following me, and like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Fitz is like,
Wait, we
oh
have
my god, it's probably related to like those things that are happening. Yeah,
red
I'll
wizard
totally
thing.
investigate
You thought it
this.
was like a red.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
I was.
you were like, this is a major plot point in her backstory. I'm gonna help her with.
Right?
I don't know if we do have the clip. I don't know if we want. We're a little bit over time, but we
I
do
don't
have the
think I
clip.
ever clipped that actually.
No, but
Or did you bring it up? You found it?
I marked it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
at the
we're a
end.
bit over time, unfortunately, but let me see.
But anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was that.
That was that.
date was really funny.
Oh,
but
there
yes,
it is.
that,
Yeah, you found it.
that
You
was
should be
the
able to turn
episode.
that into a clip now that you found the time. It should make it easier to make a clip out of it.
And then Enigma tried to stiff the dragon by like
Oh, yeah,
trading the dragon.
No, she didn't try. She actually succeeded.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
Enigma like sold a purse or something to the dragon, or it was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
worth a lot, and the dragon's like, oh, really? Okay.
He was a baby dragon.
Yeah, he was a little baby dragon. It's like taking
Which dragon
gold
we
from a
haven't
baby.
encountered his dad yet. He was apparently flying around somewhere.
Yeah, his dad's a big deal in the dragon world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard my cat snoring somewhere. That was weird. But
Oh, man. And
But
then
yeah.
we went. And Fitz went to go negotiate with Jarlaxle for the stone back, which was kind of dumb. And then Greyhide panicked and threw an axe at Jarlaxle.
yeah.
And then we were all gonna die. So Greyhide turned into a rat,
Alpha went and sat down.
and Alpha went and
Oh,
sat
it's
down,
funny
and
because that Greyhide like went up and tried to attack him, and he's like, "Yeah, I rolled a 23," and I'm like, "That misses." And he's like, "Oh no."
that misses. While he's invisible and not expecting it, then he turned invisible immediately
Yeah.
afterward, and his two mages started making spells. Yeah.
That
He's,
would have gone very badly. I think that if you guys actually did that fight, it probably would have lasted like 2 rounds.
Yeah, there was no. It
Yeah.
just wasn't happening.
I mean, Fitz had a little fireball. He was like, "I'm gonna burn your ship down if you come at me, bro." I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, by the way, we said we
Jarlaxle
were
probably
going to
wouldn't have
play
cared.
our first encounter with Jarlaxle. We forgot. But
Oh yeah.
we could share that at some point. Anyways, we could clip it. But
Yeah.
he's a big, powerful, douchey man.
You know,
We never stood a chance.
But and he's gonna kill us all if we don't kill the Red Wizard, which is now why we're all gonna go die against the Red Wizard. But he started being kind of nice to Fitz and giving Fitz jobs, and he gave us a teleport.
He's using.
Yeah. I do think Fitz has still a bit of a conflict on whether he really hates Jarlaxle or not. I mean, he obviously thinks Jarlaxle's a douche, but I think Fitz is not really sold that wiping out the matriarchy is a bad thing.
Right. But that combined with still being mad at the guy for killing his best friend, Fitz has very complicated feelings towards Jarlaxle.
Yeah. But we ended up with Jarlaxle's mages after doing a favor for him. Jarlaxle's mages teleported the group and all the group's allies, which included all the Doom Raiders and the Zentarum and Ralph and Thundercock, transported them all to the Kolat Towers, where Manchun supposedly was. And that last episode, y'all traversed through there, made it to the portal, and were betrayed by Schemo, who tried to just teleport away on his own, but Fig was having nothing to do with that, and basically grappled him so he couldn't get away as he was teleporting in, and everybody had to roll.
I know, everybody grabbed Fig. It's a nice image there.
Chain of everyone grabs one.
But
all your allies. What's that?
There are 2 people who didn't make it at least.
Yeah, all your allies had to roll. And I don't know if I rolled for Ralph or... Yes, I did. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, did Ralph lose
Thundercock? Yeah, Thundercock didn't make it. He wasn't quick enough. 2 of the Doom Raiders didn't make it. They weren't quick enough.
I know, we lost the orc guy who's like the most badass.
Yeah, the assassin orc guy. He didn't make it. Ralph made it, but he rolled he was right on the edge, and he lost his arm. Didn't go with it.
So he's now a one-armed paladin.
Yeah.
I think Greyhide stopped the bleeding, but we couldn't grow the arm back, of course.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah. Next episode's going to be interesting. I don't know, have you all used many of your resources in any of the fights so far? I don't think so.
Yeah, I have some. Yeah, no, actually, we're pretty low. Some of us. I'm not low, but I don't think I have a lot of slots left. Let's have a look, shall we? Just to see how much of a pickle
I don't think Fitz used anything, really.
Fitz didn't use any because Fitz was like flying up to the staircase and trying to sneak around the back, but then like seeing it and being like, oh, this is where we go. Well, I'm not ready to do this alone, and then sneaking back around to the front. So all Fitz did was seduce the orc guy.
Yeah, we haven't had like a short or long rest in quite some time.
Yeah, but I don't think the only fight you had was with a bunch of brooms, and with a bunch of staffs.
Guards.
Well, I only have
there were guards too.
1 second level spell slot left and 2 first level.
What do you usually have?
I don't. Well, I don't know. Right, I'm missing 3 slots basically that were used up for. I don't remember.
So the ranger, which is a non-magical class, has 6 spell slots, and the warlock, which is a magical class, has 3.
Yeah, but the ranger has to sleep for 8 hours in order to get them all back.
I mean, all right.
Hence the foresight.
Right.
Also, warlock spells are like a ranger spell is like, ooh, I can make you stealth a little more. Or,
I know.
Ooh, I can have a little vine. Whereas the warlock's like, I can summon a greater demon.
And also we should mention,
I don't summon demons personally, but
Fig has pulled out her new special bow as they walk into battle.
That's true.
What's her special bow?
It is called the Oath Bow.
Ooh, that sounds badass.
Yes.
Oath Bow.
It is.
It's good when you hate someone.
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool, yeah.
It could be a double-edged sword. We'll see. I don't know. But it is out.
We'll find out next episode, so stay tuned. And
tell your friends. Thanks for
tell your
tuning
friends. Everybody's gonna
Bye.
die next episode.
Hopefully not, but probably.
So yeah. Until then, we appreciate all of you people still left in the chat.
I know.
You make this possible, kind of.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Come see us next time to see the eggheads. Oh wait, post video.
Well.